think about the times you let me go. Falling through the cracks, emotional. I struggle to see what your reasons are. Sitting in your balance, silence breaks my heart. Turn the key, used to be our getaway car. Now I only wanna get away from where we are. Gotta find my way to you, even though you're next to me. No matter what I do, your heart is drifting out of reach. Head on the water, I'm swimming hard and trying to keep this alive. Gotta find my way to you. Think about the times you let me go. Falling through the cracks, emotional. I struggle to see what your reasons are. Sitting in your balance, silence breaks my heart. Turn the key, used to be our getaway car. Now I only wanna get away from where we are. Get away from where we are. Gotta find my way to you, even though you're next to me. No matter what I do, your heart is drifting out of reach. Head on the water, I'm swimming hard and trying to keep this alive. Gotta find my way to you.
You come into my stream. I am way the heck over there. Why am I way the heck over there? See, this is how flustered you've made me. Yeah, how could you? How could you? You enter my stream. You enter my space and start calling me cute. Does this look like the face of somebody cute? Tell me. Does this look cute to you? Sparky? God, there's two Sparkies. God, it's more than one. It's more than one, and there's no way to cope around it. I can't cope around it. This is just my life now. Anyway, I think it's just because there's more than one Sparky. Good God. Hi. Yes, well, hi, and how do you do then? And it is so nice to be back. A second Sparky has hit the chat. I don't see a second Sparky. It's just me and you, bud. It's just me and you. The sad part is that if anybody even gave a shit, they probably would look at it and be like, oh my gosh, he's botting and he's talking to the bot. And it's like, do I look like I have bot money? What the fuck? Anywho. Excuse me? Emma? Why? I have done nothing. 43 months. 43. I am so sorry you've wasted your money for 3 months. That's a whole discourse thing that I've seen now on... Hold on. This music is louder than I want it to be. There we go. That's more like it. I should invest in like a white screen thingamajig to like put some light on my face, but I've been nervous about getting one of those, along with a proper camera mount for, well, what we're going to be doing. But, yeah, no, like, as I see the 43 months thing, I'm reminded of the weird thing that I keep on seeing all over Twitter, because North American Twitter is so messed up, and I'm not just talking about politics. We're not going to bring up Edamon right now, our president of the USA servers over here. We don't need that nonsense right now. But, like, I saw someone blow up over what seemed like an innocent question at the time that I looked at it, about like the whole like, oh, well, they haven't streamed for a while and I feel bad about subscribing or unsubscribing. Like, would it be wrong of me to unsubscribe while they're not streaming, that kind of thing? And every time I see it, I see it pop up on my timeline. I'm like, why did you post that? Like on surface level, if we're just analyzing the question and not like the whole context of it, it looks like, oh, okay, fine, a legitimate question. If you feel like you're not getting your value for what you pay for, then yeah, unsubscribe, do that. Quietly, though, why did you have to make a whole public announcement and introduce this discourse into the ether? Now people are talking about it, and it felt like engagement bait. That's all it was, engagement bait. But we're not going to get into that right now. Not on the servers, not over here. And Mountain Forest Fox, right? Let me make sure I read that correctly and didn't have a stroke. Mountain Forest Fox Rye. First time chatter. Hi, hello, and how are you doing? Welcome to the radio station. Thank you for tuning in. And Sparky Cute. So we're doing this. All right. Cool. I like that a lot. I do. No, truly, I do. It's just what we are, I guess. This is the coalition of Sparkies. Every Sparky. Don't have a stroke on my account. Did you just? Okay, no. You know what? No, you win that one. Don't have a stroke on my account. Nice pun. I love that. I love that so much. Thank you. But for real, thank you for first time chatting, and welcome to the radio station. Thank you, Emma, for the subscribing for 43 months. I feel so bad. But no, second Sparkiest at the chat is very accurate and very on point. I am streaming both here and YouTube because I just kind of want to get back into the flow of it. It has been a long time since I've streamed, and I'm trying to get back into the energy, the movement, and getting used to using a VTube model because V-Bridger is having a stroke right now. So I have to just use straight up iPhone to VTube Studio. And so far, I say, well, knocking on this here piece of wood, so far it hasn't broken, it hasn't messed up, and the battery is golden. So I might be able to stream today and not have any issues, so long as VTube Studio doesn't have a stroke in a similar fashion to myself. But hi, hello, welcome to The Pulse. Yep, there's the big old neon sign right behind me. That one? You see that one? That one right there? That's for the radio station. Welcome to the radio station. We play music, and if you have any requests for any type of tune you want me to put into it, you're welcome to drop a YouTube URL, or even just give me a title of a song. I'll look it up and see if I can't play it. Just bear in mind of the type of content you're going to bring into the radio station, because I did not pay attention to one of the requests. I've been so out of tune with the internet that they hit me with Good Looking. And it was such a cute song at first in the very beginning, because it's like, oh, he's talking about how handsome they are. That's pretty cool. And then I'm hit with the, he's bouncing off my booty cheeks. And I'm like, what? Why? And that's when I realized Pixel is an evil, evil little Eevee. But I appreciate her. I do. Hello, hi, I'm so happy to see you. There's Emma. I miss you too. Yeah, you can laugh, but that is legit how it happened, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. But to answer the unasked question of where I have been for the last, yeah, it's been a while. Where I have been in a rut. I won't even lie about it. I have been in a rut. I've been struggling with some demons. I've been struggling with some scheduling problems. I've been struggling with having to rearrange my room. I've been struggling with finances. I've been struggling with a lot of stuff that just keeps on plaguing my brain multiple times a day, that to the point where I just didn't have time to crawl into this little closet I mean, totally legit studio. This isn't a closet, by the way. I don't know who spread that rumor. This isn't a closet. This is just a studio somewhere in the heart of the digital world. But I did not have time to do it, and as a result, I was stuck emotionally and doing my own thing. So, what brings me here today is simple. I wanted to break that streak. I want to get back into old habits. I want to make a point to sit down, do some streaming on my own, and speak some fluent yap. Just good old yap. Lots of yap. I need more yap. And so, that's why we're here. So what are we going to do for this yap? Well, let me just swap us over to the other screen. And by that, I mean I also have to get out of the way because I'm technically blocking it. I felt nostalgic, and this one being on the market at the time that it was there for pre-orders, how could I say no? How could I say no? Let me introduce you to Wally! Yeah! I couldn't help myself. This is one of the reasons I'm so financially destitute. I have no self-control whatsoever. I mean, look at him. Look at him. This is a model kit, by the way. This is a model kit right here. This is a model kit. I can build him. I have the parts sitting off to the side right now so I can grab them as I get to work, but he's right here. He is right here. Ignore the flesh hands. Actually, don't ignore them. They're here. They're working hands. That's the other reason why I've been so busy. I work. You don't see all the cuts and bruises because I'm wearing gloves today because you don't want to see what that looks like. Working with tools sucks. But yeah. Did you know we love Wally? Emma, I don't know. Stop it. Immersion? What are you talking about? These right here are the only way that I can interact with them. As a digital wavelength being who only exists through the pulse that's generated through your body and electronics, I need to have someone who kind of does all the work. Say hello to Flesh Sparky. He's waving because he's a filthy monkey. I don't care how many times you raise that middle finger at me. You can raise it all you want. I do not care. We do not care. But yes, we are going to get it to work on building Wallace E. Or rather, the Wall-E robot, the clamper himself. Look at this. This is the only clanker I think that we can tolerate. All other versions of clankers, AI, trash. If we're talking about ChatGPT, trash. If we're talking about those weird robots that apparently people want to make weird physical attractions to, you know who you are. Trash. This, however, a literal trash compactor robot, is the only clanker in existence that we are allowed to look at dead in the face and say we love this boy. I mean, look at him. He is pristine. He is perfect. He is friend-shaped. And he is here to wish us well. And how are we going to do that? Well, we got to build him first. And as you can see, based on the pages here, oh boy. I have a lot to work with. Actually, it's not that much. The only reason why this looks like a lot and looks so daunting, at least from a distance, is because the runners are plentiful, and the one thing I dread, you see this little section here? There's 3 of these. Do you want to know why there's 3 of these? Because these treads that we have to build, these treads, those are individual pieces. My fingers are crying, and I haven't even started yet. What if we take the AI and put it into Wally to compact? I like this. I like this Fox Rice thinking. Someone, please upload his mind into the Yggdrasil servers right now. Turn him into a Renamon. Turn him into whatever. Him? Actually, you know what? I am rude today. What are your pronouns, friend? I'm sorry. I'm usually better about this. I am usually better about this. What are your pronouns so that I may address you accordingly? Because I do not want to be disrespectful. I should get a mod in the future. In the future, I should get a mod that presents like your gender and pronouns of your preference. So that way I can address you accordingly. And he, him. Excellent stuff. What's up? What's good? How you doing? Welcome to the servers. Don't worry, we'll save your life. I love that newt nodder. I can't stop nodding my head to it. I'm kind of vibing with that. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, I don't know. I'm in a goob mood right now. It's goof o'clock over here. What can I say? You bring in fingerless gloves, true dedication here. I need the gloves, okay? Plus, one of my evolution lines has. Wait, wait a minute. Does. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, now hold it. Mr. Marge Simpson. I am deeply confused by that username. You have just introduced a point here that I may have to like look into now. Does one of my evolution lines have fingerless gloves? Hang on. Pulsemon Evo line. Hang on. Hang on. No, 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 no. Hold on. Hold it. Hold it. Okay. So Bulkmon technically does have fingerless gloves, but he also only has 3 fingers. I am blessed with a flesh pilot who has 5. Okay, we're good so far. For some reason, if I ever get that dog form, the idea of getting gloves for my paws is already deeply confusing, but I'm kind of here for it. Oh, wait. There is a strange bird man, and I think that's Beatmon. It's either Beatmon or it's Tempomon. I think it's Tempomon. Yeah, that's Tempomon. He has fingerless gloves. And he is rocking those baggy pants and jackets. Uses dance for. Oh, okay, so he's basically the Zumba classes brought into digital life form. You know what? I'm down for that. If I ever get back into some Zumba, or is it no? Is it Rumba? No, Zumba. If I ever get into Zumba and find a way to like stream Zumba dancing, I think that would be pretty cool. That would actually be pretty freaking cool. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, had to do that. I had to double check and I'ma sit. Well, all right. I guess you're sitting. I'm glad you're tuning in. I had to double check my own lore. I had to double check my own evolution lore. That is crazy to me. Imagine not being committed to the digital monster bit so badly that you forgot your own Evo line. That's cringe, man. Just Dance Zumba. Is that actually a thing that I can do? Is that a Switch game, or is that by any chance like a game that I can actually, you know what? I know it would have to be a Switch game, because if I did it on like if I ever did that on like on Steam, I would probably have to get one of those camera dilly dads. It's on Switch, I think. Okay, then you know what? I'll give that a try. I'll hop on the Switch one day and really get into it, and average stream bitrate too high, unstable. Wait, am I streaming on an unstable bitrate right now? Are we good? Are we good? I don't know if we're good. Oh boy. Okay, well, you know what? We will stream for as long as we can, for as long as my internet service provider allows me. That's it. We'll just do it that way. Also, to give you an idea of how big we're talking about, like, these pieces are quite sizable, like, comparatively speaking to my hand. I can already tell that this will be one of the stranger kits I build, because I have never built a robot that's from a movie. I've done plenty of anime-style robots, which is just humanoid shape, kind of vaguely, sort of. But then this is like practical robot, and I don't know how to feel about this information. So let's get to work. Enough of the dilly-dallying and the shilly-shallying. Yo, human pilot, get to work. Also, in hindsight, I apologize, human pilot, if I'm being a little bit too rough with you. Be gentle. You are holding and handling a celebrity who is currently in pieces that we have to put together. Wall-E. Wall-E. I remember when that movie came out, I was deeply confused by the lack of dialogue, and yet I fell in love with the silent storytelling that had occurred. It was just wonderful to watch. I loved it. I loved it as a kid, and I have a greater appreciation for it now as a fully grown adult. And yet I'm still in the child stage as a Digimon. I really do gotta level up my mon. I really do gotta level up my game here. This is weird. That I'm a whole ass adult and yet still a child level Digimon. Well, I'm sorry, here in the West they call it rookie because they don't want child associated with that somehow, some way. Do you have a favorite Digimon? Mine would be Clockmon, Skullgreymon, and Raremon. Interesting choices, though. Let's see, favorite Clockmon. See, I can appreciate Clockmon. Clockmon is such a strange choice. The sprite on the virtual pet is rough, but I appreciate Clockmon, especially more after watching Digimon Ghost Game. I don't know what it was, but they made him terrifying, and I was kind of down for that. Skull Greymon, surprisingly, is also kind of confusing. Like, they call him Skull Greymon, but when you look at the body and the way it's kind of presented, it's less like Skull Greymon and more like Cyclomon as a skeleton somehow, but with two eyes instead of one, and a weird missile on his back made no sense. But hey, you know what? Skull Greymon also works. And Raremon, I actually have a weird affiliation for him. I like him. Like, he's one of the Trashmon, but I like him. I like the cut of his jib. I don't know what it is, but I dig him. I can vibe with that guy. But as for my personal favorite, I would think part of that is obvious. Hi, Pulsemon. I think that's a personal favorite Mon. I love his evolution line. But as for favorites, let's see. I never really had a favorite growing up. Like, I loved all of the Digimon from the Adventure series. I didn't have a favorite of the Evo lines for 02. Tamers, I think the closest I got was with Guilmon, but I still didn't quite vibe with him. But then Ghost Game came out, and for some reason, I grew immediately attached to Gamamon. And I think I know the reason why, and the reason why was because that was basically my son. That one I could look at and say, yep, I want to raise that one. So Gamamon is kind of like a hybrid Digimon to me. He is technically an alien Digimon, according to his own lore. And I dig the fact that every single time he showed up, he had a different evolution. And why? It reminded me of, well, Vmon. Vmon had different evolutions because of his natural evolution, and then he had side evolutions for his Digi-Armors. You know, when he armor energized, when he put on the Digimentals, is what they called the original stuff, the eggs, the Digi-Eggs. When he started putting those on, it was like different forms, and it's like, okay, so we got Beetle Gamamon, Kanwismon, and stuff like that. So it was really cool. And then I loved the dual aspect where he was like Guilmon, where he had two hearts, two different potentials. You had the Dragon of Light and then the Dragon of Destruction. And in the same way, Gamamon had the light side with a holy dragon, sort of dragon knight warrior, and an evil dragon knight warrior. And when the both of them combined somehow, they could be a world-ending threat. And I loved that. And so, yeah, no, Gamamon's kind of my son. So personal favorite definitely does go to the Gamamon line. Raemon, if someone wants to describe, is a big pile of shit. He kind of is. I mean, he's based off of, I believe it's Herrera? I would have to look him up. The kaiju, the trash kaiju from Godzilla, because the digital monster V-Pet for him was technically supposed to be a Godzilla device. And hello, I forgot to say hello to Unknown over on YouTube. Hi, how are you doing? And Christopher Seekler98 over on YouTube. Hi, I built the Real Grade TV Wing Zero back in November last year, and it's as close to perfect as Bandai could get in my opinion. I want to build that. It's in my backlog. I've been trying to build on stream so that I could make a point and a habit personally to just build and consistently build, but I ran into a problem where I got into that emotional funk of mine, and it prevented me from hopping online to stream. Speaking of which, I gotta get back to this. What am I doing? G-H, I believe. Where's I? Where is the letter I? I need letter I. Okay. These pieces are huge. Not quite sure how to attack this. It's like when I sit down and watch that CEO trying to eat a freaking hamburger. That's freaking wild. Having a CEO of a company that sells us food, and yet for legal reasons that I don't even want to think about, he couldn't legally say on camera food. He had to say product. And there's something so funny about that. We had to test it in other countries, you see. Yes, we had to test it in other countries to make sure it was a viable option for human consumption. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? But yeah, no, I look forward to sitting down and building the real grade Wing Zero. I do have the rest of the upgraded line for the Wing Zero for the Gundam Wing series. I just have to sit down and build them. Hold on, gonna disappear for just a sec. There we go. Had to make sure I'm grabbing the correct runner. So I have to be mindful of L112, which is this little piece. There are so many little pieces in addition to the big pieces, which make me so concerned that building this guy is either going to make him super solid or he's going to be super flimsy, like a Kotobukiya kit. And after building several model kits from both Bandai and Kotobukiya, I can definitively say one thing. Kotobukiya, aesthetics. They have the aesthetics down 100%. It is beautiful. But if you're building from Bandai, you at least have solidity when you're building a kit, which is a lot more than I can say for every single time that I've put together a Zoid kit from Kotobukiya. Again, love Kotobukiya for their aesthetic. But God, do those kits just get so loose because they still use like rubberized polycaps, and some of the parts that they have just are loose right out of the box. Like they'll start off stiff and it's all right, and then they're on the shelf and then they die. They just die. And I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of that. I just want good quality model kits. I don't think I'm asking for much in that regard. Okay. Alright, I think I'm building this correctly, kind of, sort of, maybe not really. I think I may have fucked up already. Oh, I may have fucked up already. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. So I did build it correctly. I am just being mean to myself because I apparently believe that I can't read instructions. Just like that, we built one segment already of this boy, of Wall-E. I should probably lower the page so that people can see that we are building Wall-E right up there in the top corner, just to make sure that we're good. I should keep the music going. Why is the music stopped? This song is not available in some countries. What? Huh? Oh, never mind. Now it's playing something. I was worried there's like, what? How do you mean this copyright-free music is not available in some countries? What are you talking about? Who's being mean to themselves? Me. I'm being mean to myself, Emma. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm fine. I am fine. Trust me when you say that you're fine, you're not fine. But you just gotta say that you're fine. Anyway. Alright, let me search over here in my pile. Because apparently I have to really start digging through my pile now because I ran out of runner shelving. That's just how many runners I have to deal with. And now I gotta grab this, and then I gotta run back to the A runner again. Oh my god. I missed that already about Bandai. Actually, I can't even say about Bandai because the 30-minute mission line, they were able to make it coherent. This is not a 30-minute mission kit. This is a full-blown model kit. I also built the new high-grade Legend Gundam recently, and I like it a lot. New high-grade Legend Gundam. You know, hang on. I don't think I've heard of that one. Come here, phone. I need you to open up and look me up something. Legend Gundam. Oh, wait, they released a new version of that thing? Huh. It looks like the Destiny Gundam. What am I looking at? Like, yeah, the high-grade Seed Destiny. That's what it is. Okay. I did not know they built a new one. When did this happen? How far out of the loop have I been? Jesus. I really got to get back into the hobby. I've been out of date. I've been out of touch. I've just been working on a backlog of the Gundam that has my interest. Some Armored Core because I refuse to skip on those. And then this little guy because it just captures my interest. And same thing with Zoids. I've got Zoids. I finished that Saber Tiger that we left off on like a long time ago, off stream. And boy, howdy, does that look busy. My gosh. My gosh. How time flies. You disappear for a little while and then model kits happen. That's actually something I should probably ask you guys while I'm yapping around here. If I were to do a stream where I unbox and mess around with a certain T-Rex from Jurassic Park, would we be down for that? To kind of chat, vibe, and play with some toys? Or at least pose her up and see what that posability looks like before playing like a video game related to it, like Dino Crisis or something. Or getting back into Digimon. I'd be down for that. I gotta get back and finish it. That game has been out a year plus, and I am already woefully behind. There's DLC out there. I haven't even touched Dino Crisis. I have Dino Crisis on my PC. On my PC. I could be playing Dino Crisis right now. Gimme that. Okay, cool. Then I should let you know it's coming in the mail. I just have to wait for it to show up. Probably in a future stream, we'll open up the box. We'll, kick back and relax. And we'll just open her up and introduce her to the world. Because I have the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus on my shelf. Love that guy, by the way. Hateful little shit, but I love that guy, by the way. And the thing is, that one's the Hammond Collection version. I should probably make that clear. The Hammond Collection is certainly a choice by Hasbro and such the like that I'm just gonna come out and say it. Hasbro, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have amazing potential with these figures, and they're so cool. Why did you make them a collector's item? Why? I don't understand that. I don't understand that logic. I don't understand that point of view. Like, oh yeah, we're going to make them a limited release. You can get them in some locations, but when they sell out, they sell out. And it's like, but why though? Why? Like, I'm sorry, there is something wrong with that. I don't like the idea of a collector's item. Granted, I'm also the pot calling the kettle black because I enable it from a different company. Like, ignore the fact that I have a silicone shell on it. I just don't want it to break. Limited edition stuff here as well that I'm collecting here. But this is a true collector's item because you don't find a lot of Digimon-related anything anywhere. But Jurassic Park is a mainstream identity, a mainstream product. Like, what are you talking about that they're making limited edition items of figures of the freaking dinosaurs that if some kid wanted to get their hands on it, that they would have to pay a fuck ton of money to go and get, or they miss out because mommy and daddy couldn't pre-order them fast enough. Make it make sense. I'm not a fan of that. I am not a fan of that. If you're going to sit there and tell me that also that the Hammond Collection wasn't designed with kids in mind, piss off. It is a toy. It is a toy. At the end of the day, it is a toy. A toy is a toy. A toy is a toy, and it deserves to be treated and played with as such. So I am not a fan of the idea of taking an item that is essentially a toy and turning it into something that kids can't have access to. I am not a fan of that. I don't think I'll ever be a fan of that. I can't vibe with that. It's actually the whole reason why, as I collect all these Digimon items, if in the future I were to get together with a fellow Mon out there in the wilderness, somewhere in the world, and I'm able to produce a Digitama with them, I would like to teach them about these collectible items. I would like to raise them with these collectible items. I would like them to learn the struggles of raising a digital little critter and just, having a good time with that. I want them to know what that type of struggle looked like. G-H-I. Where's the letter J over here? There we are. And yeah, no, it doesn't vibe with me at all. I'm not a fan of it. Collector's items, toys that are like hundreds of dollars to get so the kids can play with them, and then, oh no, they broke it. I guess mommy and daddy's going to have to go and spend another few $100s to get them the exact same toy. Nah, that I don't like that. I don't like that. What happened to toys being affordable? I don't want to have to, like, go to the supermarket, not even the supermarket, a Dollar General, and purchase a bootleg version of a toy set that comes with the Justice League featuring Red Shrek in the fucking end of the line there. I don't like that. It just sounds weird. So yeah. I'm standing on a soapbox right now, like speaking to a void of something that probably doesn't matter to a whole lot of people, but it matters to me because I don't like the idea that a hobby like this is basically just for the adults who can afford it and not just something that can be easily obtained for, like, kids, for kids to enjoy. Like, a Transformer shouldn't be $300. And the idea that there are Transformers out there that are $300 is insanity to me. Oh, I'm supposed to do it like this? Or am I supposed to do it like... okay. See, this is why reading the instructions is important. Reading literacy is important. This is your digital pal telling you, please read. When you gotta get a bargain with buying fake toys. I mean, yeah. Yeah. And again, it's just one of the things that drives me nuts. I know I'm speaking to a void, words today just do not work for me. I know I'm screaming into an ambiguous void of people who probably don't get it or don't want to get it. It just doesn't care or appeal to them. But it appeals to me because I don't like the idea of something fun being inaccessible to children. Like, a good example of that is Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I love the idea of Yu-Gi-Oh! Buying a bunch of booster packs, opening up some cards, and making a deck for fun. Imagine adding more to the shipping. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Because Emma, you see, is from a country outside of most of the shipping lanes. And because of that, it costs a lot of money to get something of good official quality imported into her sector. So just to import something into her server is ridiculous. It's already ridiculous. I am not a fan of that. I hate that with all of my heart. If I could, I wish I could solve that problem. I truly do. Because again, it's not fair. It is not fair how that works. I say that while struggling now with this. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. I found how I'm supposed to organize this. I got to put this piece in, I believe, first. No, maybe. Oh, you're going to be difficult today. You are going to be absolutely difficult. Wally! There we go. I think I did this right. God, I hope I did this right. Interesting. I hope this doesn't result in anything that would break so easily. Okay, hold on. Hold it. Okay. Oh, I can't tell what I'm building. I think this is supposed to be a neck joint. See, this is the part of building a model kit that I like. It's trying to figure out where the pieces go. Okay. But, yeah, no. Shipping is awful when it comes to, like, countries outside of, like, areas. Not helped by the fact that the current tariffs are making it feel that way. Do you have any idea what this little bauble costed me? The surface price of this is supposed to be somewhere in the ballpark of, like, anywhere between $60 to $70, and that's buying it. Maybe $80 if you're lucky. Now tack on about $25 in shipping. And now tack on about maybe $25 or more for the tariff fee. We're shipping things from outside of the US servers like they're from a third world country now. And it's crazy because that's just how it is. Oh, but we're bringing in more money. To who? Bringing more money to who? Bringing more money to who? No one will answer that question because, of course, no one will answer that question. I'm asking way too much of people. I see that I have started to lose track of the plot and I've started to enter the realms of the yapping that probably very few people want to hear. And I should probably, as a result, get back on track. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a card game that is accessible, and you know what? I actually can't talk mad shit about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is probably one of the more accessible card games because Konami has a policy that I can get behind. Konami has a policy of reprinting cards to keep the gaming ecosystem at bay, to keep the gaming ecosystem happy. They released a Modern Legends deck that came with 3 decks that are competitively viable straight out of the box. They are straight out of the box compatible and usable in the current ecosystem. Mitsurugi is pretty strong. Sky Strikers, pretty strong. X Sabers, if you slept on X Sabers because they received absolutely no support whatsoever since their release back in the early 2010s, I can tell you with certainty they're so back that it hurts. They are so back. They have 1-card combos. They have searchers. They have destructive capabilities. It is gorgeous. I love it. I love it. You can buy basically 1 box of that, and even if you do not give a single flying fuck about any of the archetypes there, the decks come with staples, expensive staples. Staples that if you bought individually because of when they were printed, because of what booster pack they came out of, would have costed you about $20 a piece. It comes with IP Masquerena and SP Little Knight, or I might have gotten that backwards, but you know what? I don't care if I got the naming convention backwards. It comes with that. It comes with Called by the Grave. It comes with Ash Blossom. It comes with Infinite Imperm. It comes with a whole bunch of staple meta cards that are important to making your deck viable in the current ecosystem, and you can buy it for $30. For $30! For $30, you get the whole thing right there. About $60 to almost $100 worth of staples right there, readily available for $30. It cripples the secondary market when they do it that way, but you know what? It makes the game playable so that people can keep on buying the cards. It's incredible what happens when you do that. Hey, Pokemon, I'm talking to you, buddy. You're basically living off that third-party aftermarket bullshit. Anyway, I'm getting angry now. I'm getting angry. I recently got a complete Duelist Advance booster display box entirely for the Kaiba the Legend card for my custom updated Blue Eyes deck. Are you telling me that you traded a Kaiba the Legend and got your hands on a whole booster box? That's what I'm talking about. I hate the secondary market. The secondary market is cancer. But you know what? I can't even fault you for that deal. The idea of getting your hands on that for 1 card, fucking phenomenal. Dare I say, amazing. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah. Which is a lot more than I can say for Pokemon in the current format, because good luck getting any kind of Pokemon cards now. I've been told that technically Pokemon is the cheapest to get into if you want to actually play the game, because the only cards that the collectors are interested in when they aren't buying mass quantities of booster boxes to sell the booster boxes is pretty much that, just the Pokemon cards. Oh, but it doesn't have the cool collector's rare in the deck. How can you? But because we don't care. If you care about playing the game, you don't care about what version or print of a certain card exists. You just know you need it for your deck. That's it. That's it. That's if you care about playing. If you care about playing, you're fine. You're fine if you care about playing. If you're like me, though, you're just angry because you're sick and tired of people taking a hobby that you love and ruining it. Logan Paul and the Paul brothers. I'm getting angry again. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. The Digimon card game. You know what? I'll talk about that one because at least that one kind of has a very strange love-hate relationship right now. I have with it right now, and a lot of it does have to do with the fact that, for lack of a better way of putting it, the ecosystem for that one, people tried to turn it into a collector's slop fest, and boy howdy, they tried and failed because just like with Yu-Gi-Oh, reprints, baby, reprints. There are some cards that are still only limited to certain prints, but if certain booster boxes didn't do well because of one reason or another in terms of the collector side of it, people don't care because the vast majority of people who are into collecting the Digimon cards, they're not bothering with resale. They're not bothering with the secondary market. Most of them, the vast majority of them, are purely here for the precise thing that they should have been here for in the first place, and that is the love of the game. They love the card art. They love the Digimon. Maybe it's because you want to build a deck featuring your favorite Mon. Maybe you want to build a deck featuring like some of your favorite Evo lines or something along those lines. Like, the options are there, and they are beautiful. I tell you what. And as a result, I love it. I love looking in that direction. I love a business model that is concerned first and foremost with their primary breadwinning capabilities, and that is the people who actually love Digimon. Now, if Bandai could just do the same thing with the rest of their products, I'd be fantastic. Oh God, don't even get me started. Get you started on what? Get you started on what? Talk about it. Talk about it. I want you to talk about it. Give me something to talk about. Engage with me. See, this is how I get you. I get you into it by talking about something that we care about. Like, give me something, and I'm sure I have an opinion on it. And if I don't have an opinion on it, help me influence it. Give me something to think about. Give me something to chew on, even. Maybe not bones. Don't give me bones. I don't like bones. The only bones I care about are the bones that come with the meat that grow out of the ground here in the digital world. Which, you know what? You tell me. Does that technically make me vegan if the bones, if the meat grows out of the ground? You let me know. Whole slabs of meat grow right out of the ground and are sold to us by a plant. Make it make sense. Those freaking brothers need to be stopped. They really do. They really do. Oh my God, we have a graded version of a One Piece manga. And I'm sitting here like, you mean the manga that's always printing? The manga that always reprints so that people have access to being able to read it? That manga? You're trying to grade manga now? Oh, it's worth thousands of dollars because it's this type of print in mint condition. Do not care. I repeat, I do not care. I do not care. I repeat, I do not care. Read it. I bet not a single one of you motherfuckers read it. I'm getting salty again. I need to find happy upbeat music. I need happy upbeat music. You know what? Happy upbeat music time. Let's find some happy upbeat music. Ignore the fact that there are Fallout sound effects playing in the background every time I mess around with my web browser. I should probably turn that off. Is there a way that I can turn off the... Stop. Is there a way that I can turn off the mod? Nope. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Ow. My ears. Why? Wait. Oh, I think I made that worse. I think I made that worse somehow. No! How did I make that worse? There we go. Okay, I think we're good. Same with Mr. Yeast. Don't want to get in trouble. Ah, yes, Mr. Yeast. Let's see, if Mr. Yeast was a Digimon, what would he be? Super heavily into the influencer side of things. I don't want to make him another Edamon. Maybe Gold Edamon? King Edamon? No, they're cool, actually. Metal Edamon. There we go. Metal Edamon. He also started grading things like cards and shiz. Also puts people in danger for money and exposure. Can't really get behind that. No, I can't get behind that either. The idea that I can go into a gas station right now, if I go into a gas station and find items, I can find Mr. Beast items now in gas stations, from his candy to his weird, like, snacks and stuff like that, his drinks, and I'm like, why? I don't know. Another kit I built recently was a reprint of the 2013 Master Grade Ailstrike Gundam V version RM. Oh, you know what? I've been wanting to get my hands on like a Master Grade Strike Gundam, or even just a Master Grade Seed model kit, because I have been told that if you want customization options, at least in terms of the backpacks, that any of the Seed lines are really good for that, because of the different backpack adapters that you can get your hands on. Is that true? Is there like a lot of customization options when it comes to the Master Grade like Seed lines? While you guys chew on that, I'm gonna go find some Digimon Lo-Fi. How about that? We'll get some Digimon Lo-Fi really quick. I want one that isn't made by some weirdos. I don't want AI. Go away, I don't want your AI. Every time I see you, I wanna cry. Let's see if my URL thingamajig works. Yes! There we go. Finally, relaxation. Some music from my world, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. His chocolate is ass. I tried it and it was so upset that it tasted like what a Numemon smells. How dare you? You love Numemon. I have never tried their candy bar, so I can't really judge that. I keep forgetting that Bandai makes models besides video games. It's true, they make model kits. They make fantastic model kits. They make fantastic video games. Like, I do need to sit down and actually finish a goddamn video game. I need to finish any of the Digimon games. I have started Digimon World Next Order, never finished it. I have started Digimon Survive, never finished it. And I love that. The story is so good. It's basically just a more horrifying version of Digimon Adventure, down to a T. And it's so good for that. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, both goated in my opinion. Are they perfect? No, but they are pretty damn good. Let's see. Oh, Digimon Story Time Stranger, started that, need to finish it. There's DLC now with brand new Digimon, including X Digimon, which I desperately need to check that out as well. What else? Oh, well, there is a game from Bandai that I did finish, actually. Armored Core Fires of Rubicon, which FromSoft dropped quietly, gave us some awesome mech battles. I loved it from beginning to end. I might even buy it again on PC just to run it for streams again, for the fun of it. And then they gave us nothing after that. They gave us one bout of free DLC, and they update the game for rebalancing online for the multiplayer matches. And outside of that, nothing. We got nothing. There's nothing. And I'm so angry every time I think about it that we basically have nothing. I want more. We had so many Armored Core games in that short amount of time. There were other versions of the same title that was just an upgraded kit of the already existing system, and it's gone. And then we come into here and there's nothing. I want another Armored Core game. I desperately want another Armored Core game. We need another Armored Core game. I should not be this salty about not having an Armored Core game. I should not be this upset. I'm a simple man. I am a simple man. I do love Numemon. Don't get me wrong. I love those stinky boys. Oh, then you would be very sad if I told you about what happened to one of the Numemons in Digimon Beat Break, which that's an animated series that I have fallen in love with, because of course I do. And the main... So here's the funny thing. While I adore Gekomon, I adore Gekomon. He is a good boy, even if he's a bit of a chaotic gremlin. I love and adore Gekomon. There's just one Digimon in there that I care about slightly more than all the other Digimon, and their name is Chiropmon, or Chiropmon. Chiropmon brings me so much unfounded joy. It is a little bat, an itty bitty little bat who has sonar capabilities, the ability to do different kinds of screams that affect the enemies, but can scan and analyze, and he is such a cutie. Oh, I'm sorry, they are such a cutie. I appreciate, actually, that they remembered that. Ace Combat 8 is my next Bandai video game I'm excited for. You know, I've never played any of the Ace Combat series. Tell me about it. Because I've seen videos for it, but I've never played one. Ace Combat, is that like, you know, is that just fighter planes? Is there story? Is there something cool about it? Are you fighting in world wars? In other wars? Is this a fictional war game? Tell me. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me about the things that fascinate you. I really should like start hosting like highlighted messages in the future so that I can, you know, pretend that they're like a call from a listener on the radio waves. I think that would be kind of cool. I should probably consider that for the funsies. It kind of sticks to the theme of me hosting a radio station while building these model kits with my flesh pilot, using their bare gorilla hands. Nah, don't you stop clipping now. Keep on clipping, you freak. Edamon finger having looking ass. I don't have the MG versions of the Sword or Launcher Striker packs, so I can't say from my own experience. I'm pretty sure it's possible if you can get them somehow. Okay. So there is some customization options. I appreciate that. Because, don't get me wrong, I love when a Master Grade kit is really good by itself. I love Barbados. I love that for the Iron-Blooded Orphans, we finally got some rep, because I was reintroduced to Gundam with Iron-Blooded Orphans, so seeing that after so long we finally got another kit after Iron-Blooded Orphans for Barbados. We got Lupus, and I believe we got Vidar. Those were pretty cool. I am glad that we saw that happen. But they have no, like, customization capabilities. They had a more universal system on their high grades, which made me so sad, because it's like, okay, but what about master grades? But then you go to the seed line, and they have backpacks galore. By changing out the backpack, you change the entire flow and function of the mobile suit in the seed systems. And I always found that fascinating. I am yapping so much, and I completely forgot that I don't have anything to drink. I may have to disappear for about a hot minute and get myself a glass of water. I promise I can breathe. That's K. I'm looking for L2? I don't even think I have an L2. Do I have an L2? I have a J. This is J. But dang, get yourself a drink. I am not getting myself a drink yet. Can't tell me what to do, dag nabbit. Yes, you can. What am I talking about? I'm a streamer. I'm also basically a virtual pet. I have to take up notifications just to get myself a drink for booting up cold. And if you don't know what booting up cold means, then all I can tell you is ask your father or your grandfather, depending on where you fit within the generation, of what booting up cold means. And if you do already know what that means, then you are a brother. Now you got it. What do you mean I got it? Oh. Well, dang, woman, you didn't have to actually go and do it. Fine. Let me finish cutting up these pieces to release them. I am going to disappear for but a brief few minutes and grab myself something cold to drink, okay? And I return. Hey! There we go. There we go. And before anyone freaks out, it is water. It's flavored water. For obvious reasons, I can't share a brand. It is good water. Good flavored water. Cherry limeade. I love it. I do drink regular water. I like the flavored stuff because I keep it cold in the fridge. Ooh. I didn't realize how badly I needed that. That tells you what happens when you let a streamer just keep on going and going and going and going and going. The only other Master Grade Cosmic Era models I have are the Freedom 2.0 and the MGEX Strike Freedom. Oh my god. Those are expensive though. Or at least they were expensive when they came out because they sold out quickly, and the only way that I could get my hands on even one of them, just to even acknowledge that it existed, I would have had to do some dark and terrible things. So I'm glad you were able to get them. Hopefully you got them before scalpers got their hands on them, unless you paid scalper rates, and if you did, I am so sorry. If you didn't pay scalper rates, lucky son of a bitch. Anyway, the duality of Amon, the duality of Digimon. We have a love-hate relationship with you humans. Yes, there is a story that takes place in a fictional world. Each installment in Ace Combat, you play as a different pilot from different wars that characters take part in. Oh, okay. Maybe I should give it a try. It'd be cool. I like piloting mechs, so hey, as long as I have fun piloting an aeroplane, I'm sure I will have a good time with it. Maybe, possibly. There is potential. There is potential. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think I needed this. I'm so glad I'm able to just kind of sit here and yap a little bit with you guys. Because I won't lie, sometimes there are days, and this is going to be me being a little candid with you guys while we talk about our hobbies and talk about our favorite video games and model kits and stuff like that. But sometimes if I'm left alone long enough, I have, bad thoughts. Not like worrying bad thoughts, I should clarify. Not like, call an ambulance or something like that, or, call a special helpline, which, by the way, you totally should if you ever, struggle with those thoughts. But I've had thoughts where the longer I stay alone, I overthink things. And instead of overthinking things to the point where it's like, oh, hey, you should probably do this awful thing to yourself or whatever, I get these awful thoughts about, what if I'm not good enough? And I'm not talking about, for streaming. In streaming, I have to contend with the fact that, that's already a reality. I already know I'm not good enough. I just do this purely for the love of the game, and purely out of motivation. But the thoughts that I struggle with in my head is more so real world stuff outside of the digital world. The stuff that's going on within the NA servers. I know I keep going back and forth between that, trying to skirt that line of talking about reality and keeping to a fictional broadcast. But, sometimes those thoughts, they manifest. And I'm left to wonder, are we going to be okay? For a good chunk of folks, the answer is uncertain. And that's what kind of keeps me up, because I sometimes wonder, how long it'll be before, my neighbors suffer. Not because they are of a particular group, but because they don't agree with people of a certain particular mindset. It used to be, there was a time, a long time ago, where people could at least civilly agree to disagree, and life moved on as a result. I miss those days. Those days were great. Those days were amazing, actually. For reasons I don't understand, we don't have that anymore. And I don't like that. I don't like the idea that we can't seem to have that for whatever reason. You know, I want to be able to one day return to that. Obviously, I can't make that happen. I'm not, in a certain arena of the digital world where I could influence that. But when you're fast forwarding, or at least those who are in charge are fast forwarding like the doomsday clock a bit, and then they pretend that nothing terrible is going to happen. And this isn't conspiracy, by the way. This is reality. If this was conspiracy, I would be talking about the aliens that actually do exist. Now, we've confirmed that nobody gives a shit about now, because at this point, people are so concerned with their real life that they don't care. Hey, we just proved that aliens exist. You should be treating that as a big deal. Cool. Will these alien overlords by any chance have better rent? Excuse me? Yeah, I can't afford rent here, so will these alien overlords have at least affordable rent? I don't mind serving a bunch of reptiles as long as it means I can have a cheaper life. But we just proved that aliens exist. Why do you only care about rent? Well, gee, I want to live. You know? Simple stuff. We can't even enjoy that now. We can't even enjoy and revel in new discoveries because life's just become too miserable for us to enjoy the whimsies of, like, something new that was discovered in real life. And I've always found that to be very disheartening. But I have hope. It may be small, but I have a small modicum of hope that, perhaps, maybe just maybe, we can course correct. There's always time to correct the course. And when I say correct, I'm not saying like there's only one way to do it. When I say correct, I mean like, make it so that people can enjoy the whimsies of life again without having to drive themselves crazy about it. Because that's what's currently like killing folks nowadays. We can't enjoy whimsy because there's just no way we can do it affordably. It's too expensive to enjoy whimsy. It's too expensive to go to a theme park with your family and make some memories. It's too expensive to eat out now. There are people who will actually shame you and say, oh man, you're just being wasteful with your money and all you did was buy food. Let that sink in. Buying food is now considered a luxury, and you could be considered being wasteful with your money for buying food. What have we done in society, in the servers, in the digital world, in life, that we look at someone buying food and they're being wasteful with their money somehow? Make it make sense. I am desperately trying to make it make sense. Oh, well, it's about the brand. What are you talking about? They're buying great value from Walmart. The cheapest brand you could ask for without just going out into the ether and buying literal bags of dirt. We're being real again. We're being real again, Sparky. Sparky, calm down. Bring it back to the fictional stuff that people enjoy. You're right. You're right. See, I'm talking to myself because I'm losing my goddamn mind. Ah, man. Let's see. What kind of whimsy can we talk about while we're over here on the subject? Trying to think. I was talking about Digimon Beat Break earlier. I'd rather the aliens be giant robots disguised as vehicles and things fighting secret war over reptiles. Fair, that actually does bring me to. I do have some comic books that I recently acquired. So, for clarity, my friends from the Canadian servers came down for a visit. Yes. Good friends. Good friends. Goki and Peachy. God bless them. They're so cool. They are so cool. They came down for a visit, and we hung out, and we went to a cool comic shop where we got our hands on some more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I taught them how to play Magic the Gathering, and that was so cool. And what made it so fun, I found the Skybound Transformers comics, not the individual issues. I could not find that. Instead, I found the volumes volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm finally able to read it. Hold on, needed a sippy. I desperately needed that sippy. I'm finally able to read it. And it's so cool. It's also terrifying because the very first issues, my God, you cannot sit there and just have Starscream squish human beings into jelly with his bare hands and then tell me, oh yeah, this is a different retelling of the story that you guys grew up with. And it's like, no one died in the stories that I grew up with. What are we talking about? And yet, I love it. I love it. The very first thing we see after Starscream being the first one revived for reasons I don't understand from Teletran 1. Explain that one, great supercomputer. Brings back Starscream, shoots Bumblebee in the face, very much dead while he's in stasis lock. He is not alive. He is unable to move. He has not gone through a system reset. Shoots Bumblebee in the face to the point where now, if there was ever any remote hope that he could come back, it's gone. It does not exist. He's just straight up dead. And then later, because seeing that happen freaking sucked, you have Optimus motherfucking Prime show up and straight up suplex Starscream's ass. That was so unbelievably cool. I cannot explain the joy that I felt seeing that. But man, it was so good. The comic is a whiplash, I tell you, of like deep emotion, zany action, serious moments and goofy moments alike. Like, Cliffjumper now essentially being the new Bumblebee was nowhere on my bingo card, and yet I'm kind of here for it. He's just there, filling in the Bumblebee shoes. He's doing the same thing as Bumblebee. And he's kind of dope with it, I'm not gonna lie. He's kind of cool. At first, a little bit on the human racist side, because... what? But, hey, course correction. You love to see it. And then you have Optimus Prime mourning the death of a deer because he didn't realize how fragile life on the planet was. You know, he took in the beauty, the fresh air, the color and everything, only to accidentally crush a deer. And seeing him feel so bad, reading him like losing his mind, I don't know what it was, but I needed that. I somehow needed that, and I'm so glad I got that. And I can't explain why. I really can't. It's the same thing as like trying to explain... Uh-oh. Did I do this backwards? Ooh, yep, I sure did. I may have to take this guy apart. Hold on. Like, seeing Optimus become saddened because he crushed a deer, and then he had to like talk about like how where he comes from, the earth doesn't bend under his feet. It doesn't squish the way it does like it does on Earth. And he has to explain that where he comes from, there is no oxygen. There is no greenery. There is no life. It's an entirely mechanized existence. And he had to talk about that. And it's like, that is so cool. Like, he is humble. This is a version of Prime where he's not some fearless leader with years of experience. He is still very much learning all the steps of being a leader. And he's trying to figure everything out. And I love that. I can't explain why I love that. I just love it. Ah! Oh, God. I can already tell I'm not going to be normal. I'm not going to be normal for this. But you know what? I kind of needed that. I needed that. I can't explain the whys. I just can only explain that I needed some Transformers in me, and that was it. Robots in Disguise. Just so cool. It's just so cool, guys. Okay, I think I got this. Interesting. If just a bit confusing. The instructions don't actually make this all that clear, but I'm kind of glad that I took my time with it. Because now, alright, we can go to the next page. I see. Okay. Oh, adjustable body. You know, that suddenly makes so much more sense. Sounds like great character development. Because it is! It is! I can't tell you how much I appreciate development like that. Take some whimsy. Yeah. Oh, man. So if I could recommend it, definitely get your hands on the comics. The comics are worth it. The comics are worth it. The comics are worth it. I can't express how good it is to see some good quality writing, especially for like these characters, the characters that I basically grew up with. Just it's so good. Ooh, I have a choice here. Hold on, let me see something. You know, I was going to say let's go for a clean version of Wall-E, but I like the dented front. Like, I don't know if you can see it. It's probably visible on the camera and visible on the stream, but it has optional panels here for the face. So for the face, we have a clean version, just smooth and undented, and this one is pre-dented. And I kind of want to do this one because it's closer to what he was in the movie. The IDW ones? No, these are the Skybound comics. This is the one that apparently in a later issue we have an image, for reasons I don't understand, and I hope I enjoy the journey for it, of Optimus Prime straight up having Megatron's arm. Oh, gosh. What brand is it? What brand is it? What brand is what? What brand is what? Tell me. What are you asking there, Rio Rovando. What is the meaning of your question? Help me understand so that way I can answer it better. What brand is what? The model kit? The comics? What are we talking about? Tell me. Tell me with your mouth words. Oh God, I can't stop thinking about it. I hope one day I have the ability to like sit down with the comic right here and we could just read it together so that people can understand just how good it is. Or even just find a digital version and we could like voice over it. Like, I would love to get some of my friends together, or maybe even like Max and the crew, and we can all sit down and just voice the comic live because it's so fun. It is so good. It is so good. I can't get enough of it. And I wish I had the pride enough to say that I could voice Optimus Prime, but my throat does not have the ability to go that low. I could never do it. I could never do it. I could never be him. I could never be him. I would love to be him. But alas, this is just not in the cards. It's just not happening. I would love to read those comics. Hell yeah. Then maybe we can get the crew together. We can all just like do like an online live reading of it, put on some voices to be like, okay, we could either be very serious or we could be very silly. That being said, it would be hard to be silly with Optimus. It really would. Because, boy, my man Optimus suffers so much in the Skybound comics, it's not even funny. I feel so bad for him. But, yeah, no. Duo the Proto. My bad. I am terrible with names. And you're a first-time chatter. Hi, welcome to the radio station. It's so good to see you. I am Sparky. I am the host of The Pulse. Welcome, welcome. And, yeah, no, I was talking about Skybound, not the IDW. I've been told that the IDW comics have been really, really good, but apparently the Skybound comics universally loved by the entirety of the Transformers fans and community. So you know what? I'm glad I got my hands on that when I visited the comics shop, because man, I'm so happy with my purchase. I have never purchased comic books before and looked at it and said, you know, I'll be fine with it, but this... Oh, this I'd love. This I just love. Let's see. Okay, so there's 2 of these, and they're supposed to click in somewhere. In addition to the Skybound Transformers comics, I've also been reading the Void Rivals and the G.I. Joe series. Apparently, those are all interconnected, so I may have to do the same. I've been finding them available on Amazon, so I might be able to, like, get my hands on them and collect the set. I think that would be pretty cool. Interesting. I'll have to check those out. Absolutely. They're actually available on Amazon for a reasonable price. We're talking about like maybe $15 per comic if you're getting your hands on just the Transformers stuff. There's 4 volumes and they're roughly $15 per comic. Or if you can find a more reputable vendor, like if you have a local comic shop, ask, see if they have them in stock. Start with volume 1. It comes with the first 4 issues. Give it a read, and if you like it, go into the next part and then keep on going. I'm setting myself up for the pre-order for part 5 whenever that comes out. I think that comes out in June, and I'm going to get my hands on that one too, because I think it's going to be cool. Listen to me nerding out about this, and I'm fake fan. Haven't finished reading the comics. Uh-oh, fake fan. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. I am so happy. I don't know why I'm happy about this. Maybe this is the type of thing I needed to counteract some of the doom I've been in gloom that I've felt for a while. I've been needing this. I've been needing to be galvanized by, like, you know, just pure goodness. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm awful with explanation. What's J18? Do I have another J18 here? Because there's apparently 2 of these. Hold on. Is there another letter J that I just don't see in my pile of scraps here? That's D. Hang on. That's F, G, H, I. There. Wait. Oh. There was another J. All right, cool. But yeah, no, definitely recommend it, and I might have to get my hands on those other comics, so Void Rivals and the G.I. Joe series. It's actually funny. There is a panel where Starscream is shooting human pilots down, and one of them, they zoom in on his name tag, is Duke. And as soon as I saw Duke, it was like, oh, G.I. Joe. It's like, that's so cool. I love that they're already established in the same universe, and I find that to be deeply fascinating to read. And I look forward to reading more. I'm gonna have to get my hands on it. You know, starting points and stuff. I mean, I grew up with the Bayformers and stuff, and I grew up with, like, Beast Wars, Beast Machines, Transformers Armada, Energon. Actually, I can't really talk about Energon. I don't care for Energon. But if you give me Transformers Cybertron, listen, you gotta admit, opening was kind of dope. Our worlds are in danger. Oh, God, I don't know why, but as soon as you hear that was like neuron activation for any of the Transformers fans. It's like, as soon as you hear Optimus Prime just start that opening bit, oh, gosh, nothing wrong with that. It's just great to hear someone being so enthusiastic and passionate about something they like. Exactly. Oh, wait. I don't think I've told you, Vince. We have family news. You have family news. Tell me about your family news, Emma. Tell me. Beast Wars was the best. It really was. I can't explain to people enough that when you get past the janky animations, the story is heartfelt. It's deeply heartfelt, spiritual in places. Do you have any idea how confusing it was when I was a kid, but now how badly and greatly I appreciate hearing Rhinox talking about a spark, and when a spark is extinguished, the universe cries. And I'm like, what? That's so deep, and I love it. I love it so much. Gosh. Or the Ballad of Dinobot and how much of a Shakespearean character he is, and his final moments. Oh, there's gonna be a new baby and it's a little Goyle. Aw, congrats. Are you gonna be an auntie again? Are you gonna be an auntie for another baby? Oh, man. Yes! Ah, that's awesome to hear. Mad congrats to the family. When a new spark enters the world, the universe rejoices. You love to see that. You love to see that. Okay, looks like we're at the point where we're getting the chassis put together, I think. Oh, so that's what those parts were for. Okay, so I was a little confused at first, but I'm kind of glad that this happened. Okay, so I was confused about these parts here because they apparently clicked in and then they were not supported by anything over here on this gray panel. But once you have the face panel all put together, engineering, baby, you love to see it. Oh, that's good. That is so good. This is not a bad kit. If you want to get your hands on this, by the way, it's like, I think it's like $77. If you're in the United States, it's at the USA Gundam store. It's also available on Big Bad Toy Store if they haven't sold out of it. If they haven't sold out of it, get your hands on a copy of this guy. Surprisingly fun to build, and I love the process of seeing everything put together. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that weird guy who just likes watching how the sausage is made, but you know how it is. Thank you. My nephew is going to be a big brother, and their age gap is like mine and my older brother. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, because I think you told me about the fact that you had like a little nephew, and that was a while ago, actually, that he was born. So that's pretty cool. I really like the new, more screen-accurate Target-exclusive Studio Series Hot Rod with proper magenta coloring. Wait, is that the Studio Series 86 movie version of Hot Rod? Oh, wait, no, you said Hot Rod. Hot Rod? Yeah, no, it would have been Hot Rod because it becomes Rodimus Prime. Yeah. Is that from the 86 movie series, the Studio Series? Oh, I needed that drink. Or am I thinking of a different Hot Rod? I might be thinking of a different Hot Rod. Was I thinking of Hot Shot? No, not Hot Shot. Hot Shot is from Armada. Technically not exclusively Armada, but that's the one that I know was from Armada. I knew about Hot Shot from Armada. Yes. Oh, that's dope. Boop. Hi, Sparky. Robbie River Dragon. Hello. What do you mean you subbed again? What is with you people subbing to me when I did nothing for all these months? I did nothing. What do you mean? Okay. You know, I should know better. You booped my snoot and everything is good. It's fine. Thank you for booping my snoot and saying hi. It's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you and have you here. We were just geeking out about random stuff that came to my mind, and I'm honestly quite surprised that I'm able to I'm honestly surprised that I'm able to yap for this long about random subjects. I have never done this before. This is kind of a first for me, and I'm equal parts impressed and terrified. But hey, if I can't yap, what am I even doing here? As long as I don't speak fast enough that I'm suddenly being compared to Eminem's rap god, we should be fine, I think. On paper. Maybe, perhaps. You are loved. Get over here. You are so lucky that as a Digimon, I'm basically just up to about maybe anywhere between your knee to thigh level. I don't know if that's a good thing in hindsight, among you fleshies. Maybe. I'm easily picked up and manipulated. This can be good for me under the right situations. And as a pansexual digital monster of various typings, yeah, that you know what? I'm good with being short. Being a short king kind of rocks. Not gonna lie. You have two nephews. I have two nephews now, and a step niece, and now we have another niece in the family. It's exciting. Yeah! I love when families grow. Oh, man. And speaking of families, I've been thinking about getting my hands on this game. So I'm sure everyone and their brother has probably seen video footage of it by now. Pragmata. And it is more or less universally loved, as long as you ignore the Twitter side of things, where people are apparently just weird. People are just weird. Yep, people are just weird. When you ignore the fact that people are being weird, you can actually appreciate the fact that Pragmata has been doing well numbers-wise, but not only just numbers-wise, just doing well in general. I love the idea that there is a story of a healthy single father mechanic. And I'm not talking about the strange father mechanic that exists for God of War, so much brooding, or Last of Us, even more brooding. We literally have out there, a healthy father and daughter mechanic, and I'm so happy that it exists. Like, every time I look at it, it's like this is the second coming of the Mandalorian for me. We have Mando and Grogu all over again. Din Djarin and Grogu. I'm surprised I haven't seen any fan art of it. I've seen so many pieces of fan art that exist for Grace and the girl that she saves in Resident Evil, and I've seen the fan art for Hugh and Diana. But I've not seen a single piece of fan art where, like, we have Din and Grogu maybe meeting, Hugh and Diana. And I think that is a missed opportunity, because that's a healthy parental dynamic right there. They're not unhealthy. I mean, Din kind of fucked things up for him being a Jedi, but Grogu consented to the life of a Mandalorian as a foundling. So you know what? Fuck you. But yeah. Little girl is so cute. I saw TikToks with her. Just her in her different costumes and the whole Hugh. What is it? Hugh, Diana, Hugh, Diana, Hugh, Diana, Hugh, Diana, Hugh. Yeah. It's so cute. It is so cute. It is so cute. Best to just forget that Twitter even exists. It's true. It's true. I unfortunately did some doom scrolling and I saw the current discourse on Twitter in regards to Pragmata. And I gotta tell you, guys, people are weird. I'm gonna dispel it and put it out there into the ether right now. If you look at that little girl, the first thing that pops into your mind is breeding. Get out. If you look at that little girl and the first thing that comes to your mind is that this game is a psyop, get out. If the first thing that comes to your mind is that you are disappointed that you couldn't get panty shots of the little girl, get out. Just get out. Jail. Under the jail, even. Straight up, just even, dare I say, die. I can't. I simply cannot. And if you're listening to all these warnings that I'm giving you right now, and, Duo the Proto, hey, thanks. You've officially followed. Hey, welcome to the radio station, Good and Proper. So, thank you. Welcome. I hope that you won't treat my radio station as an insane asylum. I don't have enough stray jackets. Those are the ones that I wear to sleep when I need to feel like I'm having a hug. Hey, Sparky, that was the loud part being said out loud again. That was the loud part being said out loud again. That's supposed to be quiet. You're supposed to keep that quiet. Oh, goodness. But yeah, no. There's a bunch of weird discourse that exists on Twitter regarding Pragmata. And to those individuals, please go outside. Just go outside. Do things other than being online. Just go. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I might be confused here. Wait, is there a different version of this piece? What's the difference? Oh, this one's dented. Nope, go away. I don't want it smooth. I want this to be as accurate to the movie as possible. We don't want smooth Wally. We want dents in all kinds of places Wally. We want Wally who's been on Earth dealing with the dirties, baby. To those individuals, stay away from children. No, for real though. For real though. Like, I want to understand where they come from, but I also don't, because it's kind of nasty. Not gonna lie. But like, how do I put this in like the most delicate way possible? So like, if I were to remove, for an instance, my knee-jerk reaction to everything that I just said, and just remove the knee-jerk reaction for a moment and try to think slightly critically. I say slightly critically, but in reality, the truth is much more brain dead. Maybe maybe the people saying these heinous things online are the same groups of people who like to run their mouths to say a bunch of heinous things online for engagement. That is to say, they don't mean a single word of what they're saying. They are purely saying it for the shock value, knowing that it's going to make people upset and it gets them the clicks that they're chasing on a constant basis. If that is what is going on, it's not better. It is not better. It is not better. It is not better. It does not make it better. It does not negate the fact that it's still heinous. It doesn't negate the fact that it is still gross. It doesn't negate any of that. I'm just putting it out there that if maybe by a slim piece of hope, it is purely for the engagement, then I could maybe look at it and say, you guys still need a life. You guys still need to be put on a watch. But just because you have the ability to practice your free speech, maybe for you specifically, just for you specifically, exercise your Fifth Amendment instead and shut the fuck up. Anyway. Oh, man. Oh, man. Death row. Do those individuals stay away from children? I posted a picture of me and my niece on Discord. Ah, they're sharing pictures. The troll mentality. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I am not a fan of it. I don't like the troll mentality because it's the troll mentality that gets people into hot water when they don't need to be in hot water. So, like, the troll mentality is to rage bait to get some engagement, but by the same token, pretend to be innocent and get other people in trouble for exactly the same shit that you're getting in trouble for. And if you're wondering where that position is coming from, then just know that this week has been a very rough week to be an amazing Digital Circus fan. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Does it suck to be an amazing Digital Circus fan? I think I'm doing this right. Looks like I'm doing this right. There we go. That body's starting to look nice. Okay, so we've got a dent here and slightly dent here, which is just adding to the character. I almost want to get like some silver paint. Like I want to hit this with either a gloss or a matte finish to kind of remove this toyish sheen to it. And one of the things that I really, really want to do for this kit is maybe hit it with like, I don't know, and this is purely just me thinking about things, but maybe hit this bad boy with like some silver paint to represent like paint chipping. I think that would look pretty cool. This would look pretty cool to get some paint chipping on, to give it that completed look that you see on the cover of the instruction book. I think that would be kind of cool. Something to think about. Something to think about. It sucks to be a fan of anything in general sometimes. It's true. I mean, as a fan, me personally, and I know that depending on who you ask, if you personally don't care because it's just a fandom to you, then guess what? You're a brother, you're a sister, you're a non-binary pal. Matte finish would be great. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, matte finish would be pretty good. And I might have to get some matte spray paint, hit it up, loosen the joints every now and again, and just make sure I can lose some of this toy plasticky sheen, and then maybe hit it up with that paint chipping effect. That would be pretty cool. That might be a personal project to do in the future. But like, I'm a fan. I'm going to say what I'm a fan of, and then, you know, depending on where we fit in this chat between YouTube and Twitch, I'm sure we'll see eye to eye. I'm sure we'll even disagree. So I enjoy The Amazing Digital Circus. I enjoy Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel. I like those. I enjoy... What else? Besides Digimon, Transformers, Tamagotchi. And before anybody starts to say that, oh, you can't be a fan of Tamagotchi unless you own one, brother, when they reissued the Tamagotchi Connection, I got it. The only one I don't have is the new Tamagotchi Planet. Gundam, I got Gundam galore. I've got mechs galore, Armored Core, dinosaurs. If you give me dinosaurs, we can talk about dinosaurs. I was basically pre-installed at birth with dinosaur autism. I got that dog in me. I do. I got that raptor in me. It's even in the name. Sparky Raptor. Believe me, the raptor up there isn't there just for the legal distinction of what I am as a creature. That is purely there because of my autism when it comes to dinosaurs. Maybe I don't have autism, but I've noticed that if you have an obsession with trains, if you have an obsession with dinosaurs, if you have an obsession with etymology since you were a kid, autism. You're just given autism right at the start. People will label you with it anyway. So I'm just cutting it off at the pass and saying there's autism there. Greek mythology was my obsession. I have the distinct impression, Double D, that you loved Epic the musical, and if you tell me that you don't, I will label you a liar. Well, I guess that was that Greek? That was Greek. I love the story. See, I know the stories are so amazing. The stories are so amazing. You have Hercules, you have the Iliad, Odyssey, there's so many stories to go through. Even the stories of Medusa, one of those monsters. I have never seen Epic the musical. Well, there is no way to see it. There's currently just short animations. But it's more of a musical concept album. I did find out that the guy who worked on it apparently got greenlit and is now having it animated. So, Epic the Musical is going to be an animated feature-length movie, and I am here for it, baby. I am so in. Oh, it's going to be so good. A return to form for Greek mythology enthusiasts, which there are plenty of individuals out there who enjoy Greek mythology, and I'm surprised that Hollywood has not capitalized on it enough. And no, Rome does not count. Fuck you. Oh gosh. I was obsessed, still, I am kinda, with anything Japanese. Okay, so when you say you're obsessed with anything Japanese, I need to make this distinction. Would you say that you comfortably fit as an enthusiast, basically as somebody who has mad respect for the culture and just appreciates the mythology and the culture as a whole? Or are you a weeb? I have to ask. The distinction is important. The distinction is important. Because I enjoy Japanese things, and I enjoy, of course, the products that I enjoy from Japan, from the model kits to the Digimon to Gundam and everything else. But I am not a weeb, because I don't try to, I don't try to learn the language or try to adopt the mannerisms or gomen nasai, my name is Ken-sama, but your waifu should call me Dad-sama, and all that other bullshit. I'm not doing that. I just felt my spine I felt my spine contort, and my fight or flight instincts just activated just by singing those verses alone. Where's my fucking water? I can't. Whew. I think my tongue bled just reading those opening verses. If you don't know where that came from, consider yourself blessed. If you do know where that came from, based, but we're not seeing heaven, dog. we're not seeing heaven, man. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Man, how long have I been? There is no way I've been streaming for almost 2 hours of this non-stop yap fest. I haven't even talked about all the crazy things I did with Goki and Peachy when they came over to visit. That would be insane. And I may have to delve into it anyway, because we did a lot. We did a lot. We had so much good food when we visited places, took them to Universal and had a good time. One of the benefits of being a worker at a location like that is that tickets are plentiful for me. Sparky, I missed you, bud. I missed you too, Double D. Always fun in here. I'm glad you think it's fun. For me, this is just what my headspace is like when, like, this is just me. This is just me. I am not pretending. I am not out here putting on an act. This is literally me. I hate myself not because of self-loathing. I hate myself because the little voice in my head doesn't necessarily say disparaging things about me. It just doesn't shut the fuck up. I think the only time I'm ever truly quiet is probably when I'm playing video games. I want to say that that is probably it. I think. Yeah, no, I think... Wait, is it really? Wait. Huh. Is it really? Wait, do I actually just shut the fuck up when I'm playing video games? Oh my god, I think I actually do shut the fuck up when I'm playing video games. Wait a minute. I think I found the crux of my problem. I don't know when to shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Yep. I think if I'm super focused on a video game, I just stop talking and I get too locked in by accident, which is strange because I need to keep talking. I need to be like Goki and just yap completely and utterly without any pause whatsoever. But I also don't want to emulate how my friends do things because we are two different individuals. Goki is a monkey with his peach woman girlfriend, and I am but a humble digital monster who occasionally begs online for pieces of meat that grow out of the ground because they're being sold by the local Tanamon, who I swear is a tyrannical dictator of food. What do you mean you own an entire garden patch full of disembodied meats with bone in it, growing out of the ground in plentiful supply, and I still have to pay credits for even just a singular hunk of meat? I thought we evolved past capitalism, Tanamon. I don't know where that's coming from today. I am certainly in a mood. I think if I'm looking at this correctly, this goes like this. Oh yeah, no, this is starting to come together. Man, I miss those old Digimon games. I never grew up with the old Digimon games. That's the funny thing. So this is where the fake fanness kind of comes in. I only ever knew Digimon. Let me go over the history. And this way, me being a Pulsemon will help folks understand where I come from. Okay? And if you don't care about understanding it, that's also okay, because it's about the journey for me, and I want to explain that journey in its entirety to you. Okay? So, I grew up as an old soul who watched the original Digimon Adventures anime on Fox Kids. If you know what Fox Kids is, I have just aged you about 30 years. If you don't know what Fox Kids is, consider yourself lucky that you didn't grow up in the age of Angela Anna fucking Conda. And consider yourself blessed that you never saw it. Genuinely good entertainment, by the way, but, you know, it is what it is. It was Fox. And I never touched a single video game that had Digimon in it because I didn't have the money and I did not own a PlayStation. Let that sink in. I have the money to own what I own right now, but as a child, couldn't get it because, well, ding, 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 ding. I was a child. My parents couldn't afford much. Not much at the start. But I grew up watching Digimon Adventure, Digimon Adventure 02, featuring the new kids. I saw Digimon Tamers. That shit was dark, by the way. Hella dark. I watched some of Frontier. And as you can tell, based on what I'm describing, never touched video games. Never touched the video games. And, well, yeah. I then disappeared from Digimon for a while, and then got my hands on Cyber Sleuth on the PlayStation Vita. Let that sink in. Vita. The Vita, the handheld. That's where I touched Digimon Cyber Sleuth. And then Never touched it again. I disappeared from Digimon for a very long time, until years later, when Digimon revived itself. And you know what? I may have to educate you guys. Hang on. Hang on. Before we continue building, I need to do this. I need to do this. I have a mighty need now. Hold on. We watching? I'm just gonna migrate myself over to a corner really quick, okay? And I'm gonna show you guys. Whoop, let me get my stack of books here. All right. Let me educate you guys on what revived me and my love of Digimon. Because this is one of those things that you kind of have to see to believe. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. I'm not ready for this. I'm not. Oh, boy, am I not ready for this. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna deeply apologize in advance for what I'm about to do. I can say the same about finding out about Pokemon. It wasn't until I watched the anime. Same! Because I should have known about Digimon from the V-Pets, because the V-Pets are popular here now. They apparently were popular then too, but not as much so. My first Digimon game was Digimon World for the PlayStation 1 when it released. Oh my god, you were there at ground zero! Alright, let's, I hope I just jump scared a bunch of you because, oh boy, this was what brought me back. Hey, Agumon. Hi, Tyrannomon. They introduced a card game here. We didn't even know there was a card game yet. Going over the different video games in history, Cyber Sleuth. And they introduced the version 20th V-Pets. God, it's so good. And there's Omegamon. Oh my gosh. Since 1997. Gosh. Ah, it's so good. This was played, I want to say around 2018, somewhere in that ballpark, and I lost my mind. It was a celebration that I wasn't prepared for because I was so confused. I was like, what is this? What is that? What is going on here? What's on the screen right now? I didn't understand it, and man, did I want to understand it. I wanted to understand it so badly. I'm gonna try to get the rest of this on. I just need to hang on. Let me see. I'm gonna try to compile a list here. Okay, I'm gonna try to compile a list. We're gonna go over some of the stuff that brought me back and why technically Pulsemon is my avatar, in spite of my love for Gamamon and the rest of the line. Because boy howdy, is it a trip. Boy howdy, is it ever a trip. Oh man. Hold on. Hold on. I'm putting it together. It's a little hard. It's a little hard cuz a lot of this stuff doesn't exist anymore, and they had to like I had to go digging for these videos to find them because I swear Bandai will always try to bury it alive and make it disappear. Oh man. All right. So we'll continue the history lesson now. Hold on. Nope, we already saw this. We already saw this. Next one. Hmm? Wait. Did I do it wrong? Hold on. I think I did it wrong. No! I did do it wrong. Somehow I did it wrong. Hold on. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You're gonna stop right there. Okay, I gotta fix this. Paste. Okay, I gotta rearrange it now. Okay, so now I can show this properly. Okay. $2021. This was after they had released the very successful Digital Monster version 20th. And they began a new age of Digimon, the Vital Bracelet. So for context, the Vital Bracelet was a way for Digimon to be raised with the ability to exercise. So you put on the watch and you loaded a chip. With the chip, you got an egg. You hatch the egg, and depending on your level of activity, from lazy to active, all kinds of stuff, and battles that you would engage in, depending on all those factors, you influenced your Digimon's evolution. And they could become basically anything. And they had themed cards and themed chips for different evolution lines. If you wanted a fire version, they had Volcanic Beat. If you wanted oceanic type of Digimon, they had an Ocean Surge, Nature Spirits, Metal Empire, or rather Neo Metal Empire. You name it, they had it. They had a lot of Digimon, a lot of sprites. And they virtually worked the exact same way. Loaded into the watch, and you took care of them through exercise, activity, and battle. And it was so cool. It was so cool. So now the question becomes, what became of it? Well, let's enjoy what they were trying to do, and then I'll kind of go over that. There I am, guys. Look, there I am. I'm kicking Agumon's ass. Not really, though, because we got to do a flashback sequence. There's the watch. And you kind of had to rely on your imagination. It counted your steps based on your movement. You go active, you can go slow. If you had an NFC reader somewhere around, you could put your watch up against it, and your Digimon would fight another Digimon in the wild, as long as it was possible for it to evolve. If you did certain exercises like running, boxing, like shadow boxing, or even just meeting step goals, you could achieve trophies, exercise, and it would influence your Digimon's power. It was about matching pulse. And it was so cool! Look at that! Having your own digital partner that was also your exercise buddy, I loved that. That was such a good idea, such a good concept. And then they had the mobile app, where you could upload the Digimon on your watch. If you had the Digimon on your watch, you could upload it to the mobile app with the same NFC functionality, and you could engage in online battles with other teamers from around the world. Impulse boost. Gosh, that's so good. God, it's so good. And of course, they're being a little bit cheesy about it because, hey, you know, it's just a bunch of guys recording with CG and stuff like that. You know, that's the one thing about Digimon. Like, Bandai has all the budget in the world. All the budget in the world. And for reasons I never understand, they were cheap. 2021. Do you know where these things are now? Gone. We got them so late into the cycle that the app was discontinued a year later after its American release. Let that sink in, because God does it suck. Let's go to episode 2. Let's pick up where we left off with that battle, right? So we're going into a fight. Looks pretty cool. And Pulsemon lost. He lost miserably. That does really suck. Exactly. Bandai, I don't know why they did it. And see, those are the chip cards that I was talking about. Volcanic Beat. So the digital monster that you would come with by default, you can still buy these on Amazon, by the way. They're called Vital Heroes instead of Vital Bracelets. And you can get your hands on them. And there are 3 different kinds. The Black Watch comes with Pulsemon. So if you wanted a little me on your wrist, there I am. The red one came with Agumon. And the blue one came with Gabumon. And you could buy these basically physical DLCs, load the chip in, and you could raise a second partner at the same time. And the way they treated it was that anytime you did that, you were hatching a fresh egg, like so. And you would be experiencing a whole new world of Digimon that you could take your partner with, that you could exercise and evolve them through. It was a new battleground, a new world. This right here, for example, is Volcanic Beat. A fire wasteland. You would activate your adventure mission and go on steps. And every time you took your steps, you would face a boss at the end, and your Digimon would fight them. There was nothing you needed to do. You just needed to get the steps and hope and pray that your exercise that you were doing would influence their strength. God, it's so cool. Punch mission. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. You needed to collect trophies, and you could only collect a few trophies per day, so sometimes you would have to freeze your Digimon so that you could exercise with them the next day. And by collecting enough trophies and maximizing the vital points you needed, you could influence evolution. And there I go. Bulkmon. God, it's so cool. Yeah, if you guys take good care of me, I could one day become a Bulkmon, and I think that's pretty cool. And little Demi Marimon. Adventure mission cleared. All right. Oh, gosh. To be continued. I wonder who that could be. And that's what I'm talking about. See, those are the cards. Those are DLC. Ah, God. We were blessed for years. For the 2 years this was available. 3, kind of. God, I wish it lasted that long. It didn't really. I swear. And then Bandai scrubbed these off the internet. Like, what we're watching right now are videos that people saved on their own YouTube channels so that they could at least preserve the history of the experimentation we were going through before we were just laden with all the nostalgia that Digimon is currently going through with the colored version of V-Pets, colored version of Digivices. And this is what we could have had. And this is what a passive route looks like. Maybe you're not overly interested in exercise and stuff like that. Maybe you just like the idea of having a digital monster partner and just, you know, sitting down and just having that live in your imagination. This was the the Digilab virtual app that you could put on your phone, collecting all the Digimon from the different routes, logging them in, going on online battles, or just learning about them. Don't have to go on some crazy exercise. Maybe you just want to have passive missions, little battles, and you partnered up with your pal, like Palmon here. And I like that. We had so much potential. Just vibing. You didn't need to go crazy. You just wanted to vibe. Meanwhile, our main protagonist that we've been following is getting his long-awaited rematch. Yo, Greymon, you ain't the only one evolved. But always remember, she found that weird device in the streets. Now, surely a certain mega-level Digimon wouldn't put some malware on a watch, right? Oh, but he would. Yes. Yes. Digimon are going crazy. But why are the Digimon going crazy? Well, that's what that countdown's for. Raid boss. So the same night they dropped this episode, they decided to drop a worldwide event for the Vital Bracelet Vital Lab online. And that was a raid boss. Yep. Online, you could take on a raid boss with all kinds of tamers from around the world and just fight a singular powerful Digimon that would give you rewards for boosts, titles, and name tags, all kinds of stuff like that. And it was so cool. There was something so cool about logging on my phone, tuning in my Digimon, and we would engage in the raid battle. Hey, Airdramon. All kinds of Digimon everywhere. Kawagamon, Black Agumon, Black Gabumon. But who's the raid boss? Well, let's find out. Surely we weren't hinted at it earlier. Oh, but we were. Black War Greymon. It's so cool. Virus Greymon versus Vaccine Greymon. Gosh, what a day to be alive. And then Black War Greymon standing all imposing and shit. But hey, it's a raid battle. It's time to get involved online with your boys. And there he goes. Partner gone. Or is it? Rise Greymon. And look, the Palmon's getting involved too. Because hey, it's a raid battle, and what do you do with a raid battle? You party up, baby. Boutmon. AKA, this is just Broly. I'm sorry, but it's basically just Dragon Ball Super Broly, and it's so cool. Dang, your mask cracked to Palmon? Couldn't be me. God, this shot goes hard. Man. Oh, and little Demi Marimon gets to evolve too. Except we don't get to see it, because, yeah. Ah, those were cool. And then what did Bandai do with them? What did Bandai do after releasing all this content, all this kind of cool stuff, all this stuff that you could buy within that short period of time where you could go out into the world, exercise, and have a great time? They ended the service. They completely ended the service in favor of the new Vital Bracelet BE. What was BE? I don't know what that meant either. Don't worry. But apparently it was better, except it wasn't. It was thinner. Yes, it was thinner. It had a bigger wristband. Great. So it could fit on my fat American wrists. And all the cool stuff like Jogress evolution that happened with the old device doesn't happen anymore. So one of the cool things that happened was that if your Digimon didn't meet certain requirements, you could actually, if you raised 2 Digimon on the old devices, just have them combined. By having one in the backup slot, one in the regular slot, and making sure they're the appropriate levels at the time, you could make sure that your Digimon met his evolutionary requirements simply by raising them both. And it was perfect. I liked it. It was a good system. Then we get to the Vital Bracelet BE. Jogress does not exist unless you're already at the Mega level, which made no sense whatsoever, but that's what they wanted to do. So they went for more linear evolution based on exercise. Now, where the BE succeeded in terms of quality, but God, the grind was awful unless you updated your device, you had to exercise to do individual stats. So if you wanted the strongest possible version of your Digimon, you needed to get 999 points in all 3 stats from HP, attack, and defense, all from different exercises. I think there's a 4th stat in there somewhere. I can't be bothered to remember it right now, but that's what you had to do. It was sort of a more personalized approach. Maybe you wanted a tankier Digimon, maybe you wanted a more offensive Digimon, whatever. But you still needed to do the exercises a lot in order to get the points that you would need in favor. So we lost trophies in favor of points. We lost Jogressing capability for something more personalized and catered to your exercise style. And that got killed too. They had a whole online app where you get Digimon together, do raid battles just like in the original Vital Labs, but the connectivity was ass. They somehow made the app worse. Like they made a whole separate brand new app and made it worse. They made it worse so that it was difficult to connect. It was difficult to get your Digimon loaded. Sometimes you would lose your Digimon and they would just be deleted forever. So all the hard work you put in there, gone, just gone. All that hard work gone. And yeah, it sucked because it had so much potential. And then they hold on. This is where I now have to stand on the soapbox, and I have to declare that what we got after in favor of the death of the Vital Bracelet was an extended novel, proving once again that in some cases Digimon fans refuse to read, and that's fine. It's one of the reasons why Digimon Survive didn't work out, is because a lot of people just refuse to read. But hey, I'm gonna try to be nice. I'm gonna try my damnedest to be nice here, okay? I'm gonna try. So, hold on. Let me pause and get the video up here. Copy and paste. They couldn't keep up with it financially. They called it a failure. But then we got a new media project that I wasn't expecting, and that was this. Digimon 25th Project. This was for the 25th anniversary, going back 3 years ago.
Don't you want to know the truth of the two worlds? It's beyond the borders of the real and the digital.
The audio isn't playing for some reason? What? Hang on. I'll fix that. Hold on. Maybe it might just be low.
Don't you want to know the truth of the two worlds?
I would like to know the truth about the two worlds.
It's beyond the borders of the real and the digital.
Hey, UG. Or AG.
Let's go. Lugumon.
The digital world can change people's lives.
So to give you an idea of what we just saw, that was the trailer for Digimon Seekers, a web novel. A web novel that had already a bunch of bumpy roads in terms of its release. This was essentially our way of having a darker and slightly more adult Digimon story that we could follow along with. There was just one inherent problem. It was entirely in Japanese, and they relied on an AI auto translation to make it work for the first few chapters, making it very, very difficult to read for a number of reasons, because it just grammatically made no sense in any other language besides Japanese. So we had to rely, at least for a short time, on fan translations to try and sort of clean it up a little bit. And I think I still have access to that document somewhere. If I don't, I'll have to re-download it and get my hands on it. Whatever, it's fine. But. The point is, it got better. The online web novel you could readily get your hands on. It's free, by the way. You could find it for free. Digimon Seekers. And is it good? The answer is yes. It's definitely good. Once you get past that early bump of like awkward translation at the beginning, it is so good. It is a mature story of Eiji, the one who calls himself Hacker Fang as his online tag, who basically has to do odd jobs to make some money. And how does he do that? Well, he recruited 3 Tyrannomon that he uses to go on hunting jobs, because in this world, because if you haven't noticed, anytime you watch anything related to Digimon, they're their own isolated stories in different worlds. Some worlds, the Digimon are considered just a parallel universe in the digital world where time is advanced quickly because of how the time dilation effect works with one side of the planet in regards to the digital world. And then you have other worlds where it's just a different thing entirely, like Digimon Tamers, where it's a different dimension. They follow Digimon world logic up to a certain point, and then just rely on the card game as its basis. And then you have Digimon Frontiers, which follows more closely to Digimon world's logic, but then they fall apart quickly because they introduce a completely different new thing about the warriors and the beasts and stuff like that. The human Digimon versus the beast Digimon. It was based on, I believe, the Liberator and Savior Wars. I'd have to look it up later. And then we go into Digimon Data Squad. That was some fuckery there, and I barely remember it, if I'm 100% honest with you. Then we take a break. We do Cross Wars, which was a brand new digital world with a brand new digital thing going on there too. If you haven't noticed, there's no real consistency outside of the original Digimon Adventure series, because that's just kind of how it works. You have your own individual things. In this instance, for Digimon Seekers, we don't know what type of digital world exists here. We just know that in the real world, Digimon are commodities. They're programs, viruses, kind of like in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Except in this one, we now have a metaverse. We have cryptocurrency that we trade Digimon for, and depending on the Digimon, that increases its inherent value. And in later chapters, we even discover that there are whole countries who are holding world-ending, mega-level Digimon basically in nuclear missile bunkers, because if war were to break out, if nuclear weapons weren't enough, there's a literal machine Dramon hidden somewhere, like it was Area 50 fucking 1. Let it sink in. Digimon were weapons of mass destruction kept secret with the government. What? Only in Digimon. Only in Digimon could you have this. And it's pretty cool. I won't lie. It's definitely worth a read. Give it a read. You have whole hacker groups fighting each other online. You have a suave hacker known as Judge, who I have no biased opinion whatsoever about him being really cool, because he has a partner who's a Pulsemon. You know, I just think he's pretty cool. I just think he's pretty cool. He's pretty neat. You know, hacker Judge, definitely a hero. Definitely pretty cool. Yep. For no real reason whatsoever, you know, just you know, he's got a cool partner. He's got a cool partner. Yeah. Oh gosh. But yeah. Hi all. Hello, Telly Hamilton. How's it going? Oh gosh. I had to yap about that though. I just had to. It was too good not to yap about it. But shortly after Digimon Seekers, that's when the Vital Bracelet truly began to die, and that's when we started like getting into the Digital Monster V-Pets, but revived in color. And for limited runs, because for reasons I don't understand, Bandai keeps doing that, where it's like, you want this cool colored device? Well, what if we told you could only get it for a limited time, and it was basically $60 for Japan, but it's $100 for you Americans and your tariffs? To which I say, fuck you. Make it readily available. I am done with this shit. I am so tired of you. I will still buy it. I know I'm contributing to the problem because I just want my Digimon, and I want to support my Digimon because I want them to succeed. And yet, Bandai, in their weird, twisted marketing, will only mass produce and sell worldwide their model kits and certain other products and certain video games. But when it comes to Digimon, wayside, complete wayside. So if you wanted a colored V-Pet, get the 100+ schmeckles, because that's the only way you're doing it. Drives me up a wall. It was a worthy yap. It sucks that they push the limited runs, just like P Bandai situation. Oh god, the P Bandai. Don't start with me on P Bandai. That's the thing. These. Let me get the camera set up. Hold on. Okay, and let me go back into my little corner there, because I've been on the wrong side of the screen long enough here. Also, yeah, check it out. I got those cool sneakers. I got that fit on me, dude. I went too far. Okay, so give me a second. Give me a moment. Where is it? There you are. This is what I'm talking about right now. Do you see this cool thing right here? This is a virtual pet. This is specifically because of the brick shape, this is from the original type. I could get one off the wall and show you the comparison of the original versus this. Let me pluck you. Let me pluck you. Hold on. And this is one that I used to find readily available on Amazon. They're gone now, but they were a public release for a while. This is a version 20th V-Pet. This is in black and white. This is roughly $20 American or less, depending on where you get it from on Amazon. Good stuff. The only one you can find on Amazon readily available now is a glow-in-the-dark version. Still pretty freaking cool. But why does this one piss me off and make me happy at the same time? Because this, if the shell doesn't give you the distinction, and if it doesn't show up as familiar to you, then you probably didn't watch Digimon Cross. And you know what? That's fine. I don't expect a lot of people to have tuned into Nickelodeon or try to catch it in Japanese elsewhere. Digimon Cross Wars was the one that introduced Shoutmon and a very unusual version of a blue Greymon where they transformed by fusing with other Digimon. For example, this one right here, when you look at this, if that face doesn't look familiar to you, I wouldn't be surprised. This is supposed to be Metal Greymon, a version of Metal Greymon that is only achievable when Greymon, the blue one from this anime, combines with male Birdramon, male as in M-A-I-L, like chain mail, like armor, male Birdramon, combines with this to create Metal Greymon, a different version of Metal Greymon. And it's cool. I like this. And it's in color. Look at the... apparently... Okay, so that guy died. And there's an egg left behind. So I could actually hatch that later. And this is a cool concept. It's too bad that this was only available for a limited time if you could catch it early enough on Premium Bandai. And if you couldn't get it on Premium Bandai, you had to pay the extra schmeckles to go somewhere else so that they could pay the import fees for you and you could buy it. So for example, if I wanted to, if I had the ability to, I could go to a website called Toku Collectibles. They're at least half decent and I don't have to pay an arm and a leg. I probably should have bought from them instead of buying from Zenin TCG. I love Zenin TCG. This was bought through the website called Zenin TCG. And I love Zenin TCG before our current administrator in the NA servers decided to impose certain fees for importing items from outside of the country. And because of that, I have to pay an exuberant fee. So this item, which would have been $60, maybe $100 if you account for shipping, costed me nearly $150 because I had to pay for the shipping, I had to pay for the stupid import fees, and it's all because Bandai doesn't want to release this worldwide. They could make so much money if they stopped doing P Bandai and release this worldwide. I promise you, there is a market for this. There wouldn't be so many sold out if there wasn't a market for this. Instead, I got lucky, and before the tariffs became a problem, I bought a whole bunch of Digimon versions 1 through 5 and Digimon's version 0 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 0 through 7 of the Digital Monster Color pendulums and Digital Monster Color devices, including their crossover devices with Monster Hunter and Godzilla. Let that sink in. I had to pay a lot of money for it. But now in the current thing, I have to pay an exuberant amount of money to get my hands on the Digimon Teamers Color Digivice, which I look forward to getting my hands on that, and the Digimon Colored Pendulum for the Godzilla device. I had to pay a lot of money, almost half the price of a video game console to get those things into the country. And I may have to pay even more to Zen and TCG because they're in the Philippines. So yeah, I am not great. I am not mentally good about that. If it weren't for the fact that I am a huge fan of Digimon, I probably would have given up on this, but this is the one thing where I will splurge a lot of money on purely because I'm praying that maybe if I continue to do this, that Bandai will see the error of their ways and somehow, some way, maybe, possibly, they'll, come back and bring worldwide products to people so that people can appreciate Digimon again. The worldwide success of Digimon's story Time Stranger should have been the wake-up call for Bandai. People want Digimon again. People love Gundam. We have a whole new Gundam movie coming out, but the model kits are readily available and plentiful. Armored Core proved that mechs were desirable, and now we have whole model kits from Bandai that are Armored Core. I have a few of them already built. I have Nightfall Raven and Liger Tail posed, looking like they're about to fight each other, and it's so cool. I even have the original Orbiter kind of modified to make it more closer to the model that I have in the video game, and I have on standby Open Faith and I have a couple of other Armored Core kits that are currently in my backlog, along with the Gundam Wing kits, along with the Zoid kits. I have so many model kits in my backlog that it's honestly unbelievable that I haven't done them all in the background while I wasn't streaming. But I wanted to wait. I wanted to build them with you guys, including starting with Wally here, which I do need to get back to building. And hi, Pixel! It's so good to see you. Yes, I decided to stream on a whim, and yes, I'm still streaming, surprisingly. I haven't stopped. I'm addicted to yapping right now because I have been on a tirade. I have been losing my fucking mind right now, left and right. But yeah, I just want desperately for Bandai to just consider, maybe think about the idea of world releases for their products, because it's not fair that there's so much here. Tamagotchi are readily available left and right. If I go to Amazon right now, I could still buy connections, and they have different shell colors, so you have a more personalized experience. They had the where is it? Where is it? I know I have it here somewhere. Hang on. They have the come here, stop that. They have the Tamagotchi Uni. This was readily available a couple of years back. So if you wanted to get your hands on this, completely doable. And they connected online. No other Tamagotchi right now can connect online by themselves, where you connect with like putting in the long and arduous process of your Wi-Fi password to get it connected. Play online games, go through events, collect little clothes, and decorate your Tamagotchi however you want. That's cool. That's cool. I'm a man right here. I am a whole ass man, masculine incarnate, depending on who you talk to. And this little fucker over here that provides me colorful pixels of a cute thing that I can raise, play mini games with, and just decorate with costumes and accessories brings me so much joy. And if they did a Digimon version of this, I would be down. I would be 100% down to raise a little guy in color and dress him up. Let me have Pulsemon in a dress and my life is yours. Okay? But no, instead, Digimon is forced to only exist in the realms of nostalgia and premium Bandai hell, which is why I have this thing. This is the Digivice Color. $100 if you try to get your hands on it, probably $300 now. Rechargeable battery, color display. It's a pedometer, so if you go for a walk, you go on an adventure with your digital partner, make them evolve and fight, and it's so cool. Same thing, clip this onto your waist, go on a walk, take Vmon for adventures, collect Digi-Eggs, and make him armor Digivolve. It's nostalgia. They're selling nostalgia at inflated prices and not releasing it worldwide to the people who could be introduced to this. And with Digimon Stories Time Stranger being as successful as it was, they could do it. They could do it. We could bring back Digimon. The card game is successful. People still buy it and play it. People play the video games. People watch the anime. Digimon Beat Break has been so good as a slightly more mature Digimon anime series. And we have nothing. I don't see a single plush of Gekomon. I don't see a single plush of Wolvermon. Kirapmon, my baby bat creature. I love them with all of my heart. Not a single thing from them. And so here we are. Yap, sir. We've missed the yapping. I appreciate that, Pixel. It would be nice if they sent some to this IS server, but put the Pulsemon in the maid dress. You know what? Listen, if I could raise enough money Like, I already know if I wanted a maid outfit done, I would have to commission, because this model here that you see that's moving around, commissioned and sent over to by QTT Cat over on Twitter. If you know who she is, she's amazing. She makes a lot of Sonic VTuber models. Her commissions have been open for a while, and trust me, if I could have the money for it, if I could have however much that she demands, I would make a personal goal to raise money. Put me in a maid outfit, call it my uniform. I am here to serve, and I would be 100% down for it. Or at the very least, get me a cool, like, worker's helmet, so I'm constantly wearing a reminder that I'm an engineer over here. That would be kind of cool, too. I would be down. I would be 100% down. I need music. This is too quiet. I can hear myself, and it's driving me crazy. Hang on. I got it. Don't you worry. Did I get too quiet? No, I didn't. All right, good. Oh, man. But no, I'd be 100% down to fund that, and I think that would be good. The voices are loud. The voices have all gotten so loud. I need to sip this water. Oh, God. How long have I been talking? 2.5 hours. All right, I'm going to keep going. No, can't stop me. Can't fucking stop me. Cannot fucking stop me. I want to make progress. I got sidetracked by talking about my hyperfixations, obsessions, and my passions and my love. Oh my god, that's a bit... Is that loud? I don't know if that's loud. You know what? I'm not going to bother with it. It's fine. 100% fine. 100% fine. Oh, wait. I almost messed that up. Ladies and gentlemen, always remember to check and make sure that you cut everything correctly. There's so many parts here. I'm fine with it. Okay, good. Also, hi Unknown. I don't know if you had any questions or things that you wanted to ask. You're welcome to ask. You know, just because I have a long-winded yap session doesn't mean that I don't accept questions. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. Just be respectful. And if you're wondering what respect means, just, you know, don't bring up any hateful stuff. And you know what hateful stuff is. I'm only bringing it up because I think I've had only one bad situation happen with a random chatter and ended up having to ban them. And it was primarily because they wanted to be, like, super weird. I don't think I told anybody about that. And I don't think the VOD exists anymore that had it. But, like, they were trying to discuss politics in a very distinct way, where I could tell that they and I did not necessarily see eye to eye on the political side of things. That's my own fault. I did invite the discourse by saying that I'm open to discussion, but as soon as we got into more sensitive topics, that's when it was like, okay, we're denying reality, you know, about the whole trans situation and stuff like that, and how we do in fact have laws that limit their freedoms in very many ways, and not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. So, you know, banned. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that VOD doesn't exist anymore. And it would have happened when most of you guys already went to bed and it was just me, myself, and I pretty much talking into the void. But hey, it's fine. They don't exist anymore. They can't hurt us. They cannot hurt us. You know, again, I don't mind the discussion. Just please don't be hateful. Do not be hateful. You don't have to agree necessarily with someone's way of life. Just respect the fact that they live their life. And if straight people are allowed to kiss in public, gay people are allowed to kiss in public too. I can't believe that had to be said out loud, but there you go. There's your PSA, I guess, from your local Pulsemon over at the radio station. This is that hard-hitting shit that you come to expect on the Pulse. I really do gotta get, like, a cool radio stinger intro. I think that would be pretty dope. Thing is, I'm not great with audio, but you know who is pretty good with audio? and has been good with like video editing and stuff. Pixel and Max. They've been really cool. I've been watching their stuff for a while, and I love it. I love watching their stuff. Me just casually saying that, and it's like they're right there. They're technically right there, listening and lurking and doing their own thing, and I'm like, yeah, they're pretty cool people. I love them. I love watching their streams. I love when they get to yap. Truth, yo, that would be dope. It would be. Because I want, like, radio station style and flair here. I even want to find a way if I can find, like, a filter where I could put my voice through, like, a radio grain. Maybe not too unlike the Radio Demon from Has Been Hotel. But, you know, it would be cool to, you know, get into that smooth form of speaking. Or if I could talk in, like, that noir detective style voice acting like how Vector did in the Chaotix case files, which, if you're a Sonic fan, God, you were eating good. You guys were eating so good. That podcast is gas, man. That podcast is gas. Gosh. I know them. Ah, thanks, Raptor. I've had to ban quite a few people on YouTube because they were talking about stuff they shouldn't. You see, that's what I'm talking about. My gosh. I know that I keep eating good. No, that's what I'm saying though. Like, okay, so for those who might not be Sonic the Hedgehog fans, which, by the way, I should probably clarify, I'm an on and off Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Sometimes I'm a fan, sometimes I'm not. But hey, look at the model. I just realized that I am having a hard time doing this because I am unable to manipulate my stream the way I want to. Let me put that down there. And boom, there we go. I mean, peep the model here. Sonic the Hedgehog, Jet the Hawk. I mean, I've got that color in me. I've got that dog in me. I am a fan, even if sometimes the series itself drives me crazy. What can I say? I'm a glutton for punishment. But yeah, no, like if you guys were watching or listening to the Chaotix case files, whether it be on YouTube, on Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts, really, you guys were eating so good. You guys were eating so good. Like, you don't even realize how good you had it. That shit was amazing. I listened to it the other day from beginning to end, and my gosh, I was hanging on every word that Vector said. I was hanging on to every scene that I was getting. I haven't listened to them yet. I need to make time for it later. You do. I know Nicole, SPD64. She was streaming not too long ago, and she listened to all 8 episodes live, which, hey, it's good stuff. Good stuff. But if there was ever a time to give it a listen in private, please do also, because, one, you don't have to worry about someone being in your ear like, oh, this shit's kind of ass. This shit's kind of cringe. Fuck you. This shit's good. This shit is good. It has been so long since I've eaten so well. Oh, just know it's good. It's good. It's worth. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is cool. Okay. I need to show this. So this, I didn't realize what this was until I paid attention. This, let me get it right there. If you can read that, solar gauge level. I love this attention to detail so much. So I could either have Wally running low/empty or running on a full-ish charge. And you know what? Our boy, even though he's beaten up, I think we should give him a full charge. I think he is deserving of a full-ish charge. He does not deserve to be in the red, cripplingly low. So we're just gonna put that there. So I think while back I heard you saying something about you quitting yapping the moment you lock in a video game. Yeah, pretty much. I fully admit. Oh, it's interchangeable too. Oh, you know, I'm clipping them both out. I'm clipping them both out. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. I got this. I got this. I got this. But when I'm playing a video game, I lock in. And when I lock in, I just focus on the game so much that I have a hard time unfocusing from it. And as a result, I go quiet. Like if you ever catch me while I'm playing Armored Core, silence, dead silence while I'm piloting my mech. It looks well printed on there too. This whole kit seems quality. No, this kit is surprisingly good. It just, if it weren't for the fact that it has that toy finish, because duh, it's plastic. If I could get a matte coat on this to kind of dull it out and then put on the paint for the rust and the chip painting or the paint chipping, this kit would be perfect by itself. $75, almost $80, probably a little bit more with shipping and handling. And if you're in the United States, again, I'm not sponsored by them. Wish I was. If I could be sponsored by them, that would be hella dope. Worth it. If you can get it from USA Gundam Store, Big Bad Toy Store, or wherever you can get your hands on a model kit. This is produced by Pop Mart in collaboration with Disney and Pixar. And it's so cute. I love it. I love it. It even comes, I built these accessories already in advance before the stream started. I had to build this and put it together. It comes with the fire extinguisher that he used to go flying in space with when he was chasing Eve. It comes with, now no being scared. I'm not Asmongold. I don't got that nastiness in me. But look at this little guy. Comes with his little pet roach. His friend. His friend. Ah, I love that. I love that. It comes with his friend and his little lunchbox. Look at that. And inside the lunchbox, had to put that together too. We find, no. Ah, it came apart. That's fine. It goes right back together. It comes with the boot, with his plant. And I love that. I love that so much. It comes with most of the things he needs. If they make an Eve model kit, I'm down. I need Eve. I need Eve. Does that apply to multiplayer fuck around games like Repo? Oh, absolutely not. No. The only time I'm super quiet with Repo, especially online, Goki can attest to this, I'm dead silent when it's the Huntsman. He has run his mouth so much in Repo that I worry that we were going to die. He dies. He straight up dies. And it's, oi, it's so bad. It's so bad. Same thing with, so it's Repo and, I am drawing a blank. I play so much friend slop when I get my friends together. But no, like if it's multiplayer where I have to communicate with my friends, I'm not quiet to certain points. But if you get me in like a serious situation, dead silence. But if you get me in the right situation, I will not stop talking, and maybe we'll even say something truly heinous together at the same time. Like, my humor basically can be best described as Diet Russian Badger. And if you don't know who Russian Badger is, consider yourself lucky, because I'm obsessed with that man. Ever heard of Nuclear Nightmare? I cannot say that I have, but you have my interest. Continue speaking. I wish to know. Share with me your knowledge. Gosh, I go absolutely stupid sometimes. I need Sparky, once again, you're saying the quiet parts out loud where you keep on saying things and you don't stop, and then it becomes awkward later for everyone involved. When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences? I'm actually trying to be mindful of my volume of speaking now, because I have a roommate who's probably, after a long day at work, who really wants to sleep. And more than likely, I am preventing that from happening if I'm speaking loud enough. So we're going to try to not be so loud and obnoxious. I'm still going to be loud. Don't get me wrong. Still going to be loud. Gonna still yap like crazy. But I am going to do so semi-respectfully because I don't want him to be angry with me. That's one. And two, I want him to sleep well because he has been busy. He's been a busy bee outside of the radio station. He doesn't know I'm in the walls. He also doesn't know that I've been eating his pudding when he's not looking, but y'all don't need to know about that. Once again, you're oversharing, Sparky. You're doing it again. You continue to be a detriment to yourself. The therapy session might actually need to happen. Well, to start off, ever watched or know of a horror movie called The Thing? I beg your finest cosmic horror fucking pardon? What do you mean the game is based off The Thing? Among Us was already based off The Thing. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Explain yourself right now. Oh, I actually like that. I may have to like color separate this. So the panel here that has hold on. The panel here that has his solar, not only can I swap that, there's like a fingernail thing where I can lift that so I can swap it out with the empty one. Appreciate that. Look at that. It's got the little buttons for his recording, his solar panel, his play and pause and stuff like that. I think that's pretty neat. So he has stop. Oh, yes. Let's see if I can. There we go. He has record, play, and stop. And I think that's really cute. He's got his little buttons here. I don't know why I'm fascinated with this. This is such a good kit. And it's coming together nicely. We're only on the body. 2.5 hours. I should have been done with this, but we got distracted with Digimon stuff and talking about Transformers and things like that. But God, already look at this. It's like body lifts and that goes out. So the trash cube comes out. I'm sad that it doesn't come with like a little trash cube that it can dispense, but hey, can't have everything. No kit is perfect. I say while basically holding the perfect model kit. But hey, it's all good. It's all chill. We're going to put this empty one off to the side. I'm just going to have to remember that if I want to swap it out, it's over there. This piece, I don't know what this is for. I'm waiting for this to become important. I clipped it out because I wanted the runner to be empty and to make some space. So we'll find out what this piece is for, I'm sure, in the instructions as we continue forward. So now we're going to the letter N, according to the instructions here. So letter N. Oh boy. Oh, I just realized it's quiet in here and the voices are loud yet again. There we go. What do you mean more plastic? Okay. Letter N. Letter N. Let's see. You're not letter N. You're the letter W. I can hold the dub, but let's be real. I'm holding this L right here. I. J. Where is the letter N? Wait a minute. Did I put it off to the side and not realize it? Yes, I did. I sure freaking did. There we go. Okay, I'm vibing. Wait. Wait, this music's kind of good, actually. I sure hope the lyrics aren't fucked up, because I've had that happen before, where, like, the beat is so cool, the music is so great, and then you hear the lyrics, and you're like, what? What? Right, Pixel? Right, Pixel? She knows what I'm talking about. She knows what I'm talking about when it's like, oh, the music sounds so good. I love country. Oh my gosh. He's bouncing off my booty cheeks. And I had to just slow turn. If I had the goddamn fucking cement stone slab dragging sound effect playing at the time, that would have been flawless. Sir, you give me the power. I know I do. I know I do. I give you the power, I give you the ability, and then I play the music. That was your first mistake. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Listen, we're both digital beings. You're an Eevee. I'm a Pulsemon. We both do crazy shenanigans. and you just happen to take it a step further while chewing on ankles. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Where does this piece actually go? I have now achieved a new level of confusion. Oh, it's a back corner piece. I keep on forgetting about perspective. So these are corner pieces. The game centers around you and your buddies being stranded on Antarctica to find files about a deadly virus that is already out. You basically have to get out alive before you get nuked. My gosh. That does sound cool, actually. In the Antarctic, so it really is like the thing. The John Carpenter version, I mean. That's pretty cool. Is one of the people the imposter that's infected? Or is this a case where, like, we all work together against an NPC infected? I'm down for either or. I just think it's cool. Good old country. I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you agree, Emma. I eat your cement. Why did you eat my cement? Are you allergic to tap water too? Specifically tap water? Gosh. I hope the tap water you drink has the exact same chemicals that turn the frogs gay. You know, I just realized quoting that conspiracy theorist is so funny in hindsight. Not because his content is funny. His content is actually trash, but like the memes that we get from him is great. However, I've come to the realization that his hypocrisy knows no bounds. To get back onto a political subject, because oh boy, you sure do love it when I talk about that on the radio, don't you? I find it hysterical. I find it so funny. Years ago, you would catch him peddling the very idea that our government is run by a cabal of um, individuals who are inappropriate with minors. That's putting it mildly, but I'm just trying to dodge that that TOS, who are inappropriate with minors, who do some of the most evil thing imaginable. And not only is he proven correct, there are literal files that show that he is correct. And he is dead silent, doesn't mention them anymore, doesn't say a word. And I find that deeply hysterical in a horrifying way, because it just means that he didn't actually care about the idea that there was evil out in the world that he had to expose. He didn't think about that. No. He only cared about it if it was on his side. If it was the opposition, he had no problems with. The idea that he has to now admit that there is evil in his camp, dead silent. And I just think there's something oddly cathartic about that. I think there's something oddly cathartic about that. I was going to say that person can probably be represented with a Shoutmon, but I'm not going to disrespect Shoutmon like that. Shoutmon is the king, after all, and we appreciate him. And there ain't no way. Hang on. Oh my God. We finished the body. Guys, we finished the body. What? Huh. It took us almost 3 hours, but we finished the body. I can already tell, because there's still so much book, that our time in hell is going to be long, because I can already tell. Let me give you an idea. Because you know that Wally has treads, right? This is not all of it. This is just some of the pieces. This right here would have been fine if they were all like that. No. There are 3 runners like this with individual tread links. I have to put all of this together for both sides for his treads. Oh my God. I need a minute. I need a minute. I gotta pray. I gotta pray. I gotta pray. I gotta pray. What do you want me to do? Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be worth it. It's worth it for our boy. It is worth it. I have to keep telling myself it's worth it for the boy. We're now going to eyes. That's the letter N. Wait, what? Wait, what? Where's W? I had W here earlier. Where's W? Where's W? Where's W? There's I found W. Oh, I've made a mess. That's not good. Already. This has pissed me off. That's fine. That's fine. That's why we're doing this. That's why we continue to do this. It's basically you work together, but you can optimize where if you of your friends get infected, they can be the monster that kills people. Also, there are mimics as well. It's fucking scary. I may have to look into that. I'll see if my friends want to do that because, ooh, that's the story I want to tell, actually. So, Goki and Peachy came down for a visit. If you don't know who they are, you should probably check out their channel. Goki Doki Peachy, I believe is what it's called. You can find them on YouTube. It's pretty dope. It's pretty cool. So, where was I going with the story? So they come down for a visit. And we're like, hey, let's try to have some fun. Let's go figure out what we can do and have some fun. So we did escape rooms. And the escape rooms were so much fun. I will tell you that with certainty. Escape rooms are fun. If you've never done an escape room before, you're basically solving puzzles. You're basically just solving puzzles to, well, escape. I think that part is self-explanatory in its own way, but hey, you know, sometimes you never know. Sometimes there's a bit of confusion, I guess. There is something wrong here. Oh. Okay, I see what I'm doing now. That's why I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, where's the part? And I realized the part is just really small. It looked like it was part of the frame. So we did these escape rooms, and they were so much fun. One of them we did was actually an Arctic-themed escape room. Yes, let that sink in. Arctic-themed. Wasn't horror-based. That was actually the best part. It was not horror-based. It was a case of, you know, it's our starting day, and then suddenly things go wrong. So now we have to get some supplies and clear the facility. You get about an hour and a half to solve this, by the way. So you go to the one room, solve the puzzles, and some of the puzzles are strange because it's like, okay, so what's this about? I don't understand. What's with all these different puzzles? How did these work? And you have to pay close attention. You don't need exterior knowledge, you just need contextual knowledge. So everything in the room could be a puzzle. The number of beans inside of a cabinet, perhaps the relation between radio stations and the skulls that are presented on a shelf. Perhaps there are magnets you have to consider. Sometimes you have to get down on your knees and find some letters and numbers hidden in holes somewhere. And that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. And we were nailing it. And the whole theme of the story of leaving an Arctic site and having to fuel a truck in a very specific order to mix the fuel correctly, to start the engine, all while an AI is making fun of us because we happen to be solving our puzzles a little bit too quickly for its liking, was so cool. And I loved it. It was awesome. We cleared that escape room with almost 30 minutes to spare because we were goated, baby. We figured it out and it was so cool. And I wish to God that that is where it ended, because if that's where it ended, I would have been so happy. Because then we did a horror-based escape room. Yeah. I wanted to cry. I won't lie. I wanted to cry. I was not ready for a horror-themed escape room. This one was called Cornstalkers. And we basically had to pretend that we were influencers. So, like, yeah, we're totally gonna expose a carnival. Oh my gosh, the corn maze and this and that. And I thought that was so cool. That was so cool. But, it was horror themed. You had to solve puzzles by going through the mini games. This was one of the harder ones too, because if you didn't think, you weren't going to figure it out very quickly. So you had to explore, you had to count, match posters, appease a clown that was hiding behind a wall and make them happy to give you a candy apple that had teeth on them. You had to take the teeth and match them to the missing teeth on skulls, and like that activated the next phase of the puzzle, going through a corn maze and the creatures that existed there, and solving puzzles while being chased and pursued. Oh my god. I was a coward. I was a straight up coward. But watching Schnun run like Shaggy fucking Rogers from Scooby-Doo is probably one of the coolest things I ever saw, and hysterical. She legit ran like Shaggy. Like, even the brief second of startup before dashing, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Some of the best things I've ever seen in my life. The rest of it was horrifying. We only cleared that room with, we only cleared that escape room with maybe a few minutes to spare. And by that point, the adrenaline was running through me and I was ready to pass out. I was so tired. I was so tired. But God, was it fun. Like, I look back to that and how we all handled it. And yes, horrifying, definitely. But I almost wish I could go back and just do better. You know, maybe shave a few minutes off our time, that kind of thing. Because that was so cool. Terrifying. Extremely terrifying. But that was so cool. Yeah. Gosh. I could go crazy about it. I really could. I could go crazy about it. Oh, gosh. I hate that the music keeps stopping. It's driving me crazy now because I'm trying to build and it's not letting me get what I want done. It's probably not helped by the fact that I think I'm distracting myself, and as a result, I'm making a few rookie mistakes. Like, I'm getting lost in what I'm supposed to be doing. Admittedly, my own fault. I am yapping like crazy, and I'm doing that on purpose because I want to be able to, like, keep it going, keep it engaged, because I want to try to complete what I want to complete and then go to sleep. But I also see that it's 11 o'clock. This late night streaming I'm not used to. I have never done this type of late night streaming before, and if I do it again tomorrow, I'm probably going to do it more so in the afternoon, so that way I don't, like, hinder anybody's sleep time. Actually, while I have everyone here, if everyone is available to discuss it, what are we looking at in terms of time zones right now? Is it early morning for you? Is it late evening hours? Is it the next day? Are you in the future? More importantly, if you're awake, why aren't you asleep right now, 3 a.m.? Emmy, go to sleep. You don't have to stay awake. Go to sleep. 'Tis 4 a.m. Pixel, go to sleep. I love that you guys are here and you're giving me the support that I would love, and that I lurk in y'all's streams even while I'm at work, and that doesn't make me any better, but, like, go to sleep. Go to sleep. You don't have to stay up for me. I appreciate that you guys were here. I'm babysitting, can't sleep, honestly. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? I only work for an hour of work tomorrow. What do you mean you only work for 1 hour? You know what? No, don't question it. Sparky, do not question it. Do not question it. It is work. It is work. At the end of the day, it is work. They make their money how they make their money. Do not ask questions. I'm tempted to ask questions. Oh god, this is so confusing. Okay, so huh? What? Okay. So oh, right. Wait. So this has a lot of undergating snips, which is fine because it renders it clean, but if you don't pay attention, you will fuck up so easy. You will fuck up so easy. Okay, so it's like that. And I have to get the other H, which is over here. My gosh. And it's fine. I'm babysitting my nephew, and I'm also taking care of Mother Dear. Aw. I love that you say Mother Dear, and my head immediately goes to Lady and the Tramp. And I think back to the fact that because the wife always refers to her husband as Jim Dear, that's how Lady refers to her owner, the husband, as Jim Dear as well. And I don't know why that makes me happy in a weird way. It makes me sort of happy because it's like, oh, that's so cute. There we go. Jim Dear, yeah. For those who are too young to remember, Lady and the Tramp is a very old cartoon, probably one that was seen in the later years past its original run in VHS tapes. And if you don't know what a VHS tape is, get out. Get out. Get out. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't get out. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Oh, goodness. Music, you continue to stop at every turn. I don't want to have to keep on reviving you. Cries an old. We're so old. Actually, you know what? I'll ask this almighty question because I know that it's going to one day haunt me. Chat, am I chopped? am I chopped right now? Am I absolutely destroyed, ruined even? Am I, as the kids say, chopped unk? Please tell me that unk means uncle, because that's how I know what unk means, and I hope to God that that is what it means. Remember CD-ROM games? I remember when the game was actually on the fucking disc and not like something you had to download to get it to run. Beans. Hello, intro. I see that you are also sleep deprived, like the rest of the crew in this chat. You missed earlier me going into my Digimon autism and going on a long rant about Bandai. Because we had a few new folks in here today, which I wasn't expecting, and some even chose to follow. I hope I proved myself worthy of their follow, because, oh boy, if I'm not, that's going to be something that plagues in my head for a hot minute. Am I worthy? Am I worthy? Why am I Batman all of a sudden? Right out of the cages. Sleep deprived? It's only 8 here. Oh, that's right. Different time zone. Once again, I forgot. Oh, God. I really do forget sometimes that you are on a completely different time zone from all the rest of the European squad. Hey, nice. Look at you getting new followers. Right now. Yeah. And as for what we're building, I think you can guess. I think you can guess. Can you guess? Can you guess who we're building? Surely you would never believe who it could be. You would never believe what we're building right now. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like it's right there. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my nose. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. I think the energy drinks are getting to me. No, I didn't drink any energy drinks before I started streaming. I drank energy drinks in the morning. I think they're just now kicking in as I'm fighting sleep, like I'm fighting demons right now. Chopped means like bad looking or something. Oh, that's awful. It's Eve's husband. I'm so sad they don't have an Eve model kit yet. But this one just released, so I'm hoping, I'm praying, if they release an Eve model kit, I will build her next. Or Mo. Maybe Mo. I wouldn't mind Mo. I think Mo would be cool too. But Eve first. We need Eve. Eve. I feel like Eve is the type of robot that probably goes to other robots and is like, I have a wife now. Oh, great. I'd like to meet her. That's a man. Yes. Who is my wife? Mo. I was about to say Mo. Yeah. Because I think that would be cool. We could get the whole robot squad together and just be made. That would be so dope. We just have to get there. Maybe if I'm lucky, Disney will see that this is being successful and, unlike Bondi, will actually produce it. Male wife Wally for the win. Exactly. I don't know why, but I fell in love with that meme, along with other memes, where it's so silly. It's so goofy. It's just full of goobery, and I love all the goobery that I get. I couldn't explain the why, though. You know, I keep forgetting that this is, like, so. And, okay. If I'm looking at this correctly, I need to find the letter I. That's the part where I'm getting distracted. I keep thinking that O is what I'm looking for, but no. O is referring to the steps here. That's not even O, that's a 0. It wants me to grab from here and get 11. The numbers are meshing together. I think I have been streaming and yapping for so long that I've become incoherent and partially only minorly cognizant. AKA, my cognitive functions are slightly impaired. I am unable to define how it is I continue to exist. Silly hours, yes. Listen, it's goof o'clock somewhere. Oh, that is a nice distinguishing color. Okay, I might have a hard time with the matte coloring now because that's a nice silver sheen to contrast with the matte gray here. So I may have trouble actually giving this thing a good top coat. What in the fucking hell is that? Did you clip me? Did you? I think you can guess. Can you guess? Can you guess who we're building? Surely you would never believe who it could be. You would never believe what we're building right now. Oh my god! I don't know why, but I feel like it's right there. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my nose. I don't know why. I had a moment. I had a moment where brain go wee, and you clip me. You clip me. Good job. Thank you. Thank you so much. What have I become? Oh, goodness gracious, golly gee. This is what happens when I stream for 3 hours. I lose all sense of self, and my brain has returned to 101. Reject modernity, return to Linux. I think that's the best way to describe it. Reject Windows, return to command line. And while we're at it, /killcommand.k. Okay, we're starting to make an eyeball here. That's kind of horrifying to look at, because that's how you get the horrors of liminal horror, or that found footage, what do they call it? Analog horror. This right here is how you get Wall-E analog horror. Just, I know what you are. That kind of thing. Reject Samsung, return to Nokia Blueberry. Good God, Blueberry? No, don't, bro. Don't age me. Don't age me like that. You know what? Actually, age me like that. Do it worse. Do it worse even. Actually, don't do it worse. Please. Please. I have children. I have so many digi-eggs I haven't hatched yet. I may not be able to actually finish the head before I have to go to bed. The goofery plus all the parts that I have to now dig through is actually eating the time. Anyone remember blue raspberry? The flavor, or age like fine wine? Shit, I age like milk. What do you want about age like a fine wine? I age like milk. At this point, I've become cottage cheese, brother. Did I clip out the wrong one? I sure did. I sure did, like an idiot. Oh boy, I love it here. I love it here. I can't read. Oh God, yep. Nope, I've reached that point where I may have to, after I get certain pieces done, I may have to go to bed. I don't think I can do this. I think this has got to be something that has to be done like tomorrow, perhaps. Oh God. Wall.exe. Yes. It's like a fine wine. The phone, blue raspberry. The what? Oi, if we aging, we might as well be damn expensive. Facts. Also, another thing I should mention. If you get Nuclear Nightmare, it goes for $7 without discount. Are you serious? That's not bad. I'll tell you what, if I can get the scratch next week, I might be able to get my hands on that game, because I've got a list of games that I want to play, and the only reason I don't have them is because right now I am stretched. I am broke as a joke right now. And the streaming isn't because I'm broke. The streaming is to distract from the fact that I'm broke. Okay? Fine difference. A fine difference. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. God, I'm blind. But yeah, next week when I'm paid, I should be able to have the scratch left over to be able to afford getting my hands on some more games, because I've been needing new games. I've been needing something new to play. I gotta finish Digimon, but I think Digimon is going to be one of those things I play in private more than likely. We'll see. Wait, am I building what I think I'm building? Hang on. That is still slightly horrifying, but is that lever there because... Yeah, an eyebrow. Oh, actually, now that I'm looking at the camera, that's even more terrifying. Oh, God, what have I done? No. I can't look at your eye like that, Wally. That's gonna give me nightmares. That imagery right there is gonna straight up give me nightmares now. I have done unspeakable things to myself now because of that. That's gonna affect my sleep. I know it's not that big of a deal to you guys. It's probably something anomalous, but sometimes when I'm doing something, I'll see a random image And at first, that random image means absolutely nothing to me. You will note my choice of words at first, because it's true. At first, the images mean nothing to me. But later, that's when I will remember that image. And I don't know what it is about my brain, but my brain will take some anomalous image that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, and it will twist it into something of nightmares. And I tell you, it is this is going to be in my nightmares now, because I mean, look at it. There is supposed to be a lid here for expression. This is just horrifying to stare directly at, to have it look into your soul, to have it constantly be a focal point there. This is what you saw on the other side of the camera when we were all watching Markiplier's uh, little Blood Ocean movie, Iron Lung. It knows you're there, and it knows you're watching. It knows you watch it suffer, and that you're not doing anything to stop it. You continue to watch it suffer, and you won't end it. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I'm losing my mind. I am losing my mind. I am losing my goddamn mind. And yes, these are apparently eyebrows. So yes, I can get the eyebrow expression for the character, and I think that's pretty cool. It happens to me too, especially if it's like a GIF or video. Wally that watched Eve perish. No, why would you say that? That's worse than the cuck chair. Gosh. Yeah, no, that's gonna haunt my nightmares, because I saw that on camera. I looked at it while you guys were looking at it, and I promise you, tonight when I go to bed, I'm gonna think of that eyeball, and my brain is gonna do some horrible things to it. I don't know what my brain is gonna do, but it does some weird things. Like there was a time, and this is gonna tell you how fucked up my head is sometimes. There was a time years back. We're talking about when I was but a wee little baby Bippimon. And I watched Mickey Mouse, loved Mickey Mouse, would always love Mickey Mouse. I love my Disney boys. I do. And for some reason that I don't fully understand, one day, um, I had a nightmare where I didn't see Mickey Mouse. I saw the shadow of Mickey Mouse. And I can't tell you why. I was sleeping in the living room at the time when this happened, and in the dream, I was in a weird building, a lot of concrete. It's kind of terrifying. I don't know what was going on. And I guess there was light around the corner in the hallway as it was turning the corner, and Mickey Mouse's ears were just on that wall. Like, not just ears, it was attached to his head, and I could see his head, his side profile, open mouth, and everything like that. And it's like, okay, so Mickey's around the corner. That should make me happy. I heard his laugh, and for whatever reason, it echoed and shook the hallways in my dream, and it filled me with dread. I ran the other way and woke up after I rolled off the couch and onto the floor from the nightmare. And I was panting, winded, and crying, wondering why the fuck was I dreaming of something terrifying involving Mickey fucking Mouse. So that's been my nightmare sharing. What do you guys got? Share, please. What have I done? Why did I share that? I need eyeballs. I need eyeballs. I need eyeballs.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how
Oh, is this why it is the way it is? So I can easily remove it so I can change out the different eyeballs. That's clever, actually. I like that. I don't know why, but that looks slightly better now with all that filled in, because then I can turn it this way. The eyeball reminds me of an old drawing I drew at school. Oh, God. I have had nightmares of creatures, like, getting in my face before. Not fun. Nightmares can be very fucked up, and we sadly gotta deal with them. Yep, very true. I'm gonna cut these out, but I'm gonna hold on to the rest of them on the runner, because I know I'm gonna use that one, but the rest of these, because I see what they're for. I see the squinting. This guy is tired. I see this one's squinting because he's just looking closely. So this one's tired, squinting, and this one looks also tired, but it might also just be sad. So I don't feel bad now because now I have different expressions for different eyes. And that's cool. That is very cool. And now I have to do it again. But you know what? I think we're going to cut it here because I have been yapping for 3.5 hours. I could push for a 4-hour stream, but I think I should go to bed because this was sort of to get back into testing my stream setup. I wanted to see if I could still do things. And I'm thankful every day now that I have a mouse, which I should show you guys. I have a mouse with buttons on the side. Because now, with the same motion as moving my mouse around to click on stuff, I can do this. I can do this. And blush. Blah. I can do this. And be so happy and excited. Oh my gosh. I could also be surprised. Or maybe I could be a little angry. You know, because I'm kind of sick of your shit right now. So done with you bullshit. Or I'm sad because you made me cry. And I don't like that you made me cry. How dare you? Yeah. So yeah. I'm glad that I finally I've got something set up here and it's so good. I like that it's so good. But yeah, no, I think it's time to go to bed. We can continue this tomorrow. I'll probably finish like the face off stream and then we can work on the rest of the stuff tomorrow because while I don't mind skipping the non-tedious stuff tomorrow, I want you all to be there when I suffer and put these together. Because that's fun, right? That's fun. But thank you guys for tuning in to the radio station. It was fun having you here. It was fun to see you guys again. I should probably do a couple of late night streams in the future. Which do you think is more convenient, actually? During the day, where it kind of fits more for those on the western side of the world. Later in the evening for those that exist in the eastern side of the world. Maybe somewhere in the middle, like in the afternoon to the evening hours. What do you guys think? I don't mind making some changes. I don't mind making some changes to how I do things. It's just, I can't do it as consistently as I'd like. Fridays and Saturdays are my best days where I can stream for as long as I want to. But from Sunday to Thursday, I come home late in the afternoon. I maybe get 2 to 3 hours to myself before I go to bed. So I don't mind streaming every day if I can just get it done. And if you want to see some like maybe short form content where I kind of rant a little bit, like if you think I should isolate some stuff and turn that into shorts to put out there, you know, give me your best shot. Like, what do you think I should do? Where should I go? What can I do? That kind of stuff. I don't mind talking about that. So for now, I bid you all adieu. I bid you all good night and yeah, have a good one. By the way, you should get Nuclear Nightmare. I can show you the ways, or you can go in blind with your friends. I'll probably go in blind with my friends. Awesome. Hope to catch you tomorrow. I hope to stream tomorrow. I want to stream tomorrow. So I'll probably do it in the afternoon then. We'll give it a try. Good night, everybody.